All right, we're live. It's Nicholas Atkin on SCMP MMA's South China Morning post-fight podcast in Hong Kong. We are here for the fight companion for One Championship Battleground II. I'm your host, Nick Atkin. I'll be joined soon by a couple of other regulars. Leon Jennings from Asian Persuasion MMA will be joining, and so will Mr. Tom Taylor from BJPen.com. And we may have a couple of other surprise guests for you, but hope everyone is doing good. It's been a while since I've been on here. I have been on Olympics duty for the last 3 weeks or so, and then I had a few days off just to recalibrate myself. But I'm ready for One Championship. I mean, I'm sorry I wasn't with you guys for One Championship Battleground Part 1. It was a shame to miss that. I watched it, but I wasn't able to join the guys on the stream. JHK held it down. Thank you, John, so much for doing that. Ongla and Sang getting that huge knockout over Leandro Ataides. Adam H here in the comments. What's good, Nick? Everything's good. I'm so glad to be back doing some MMA. What I love. Like I said, I had to do 3 weeks of Olympic stuff. So it's been a while since I've been able to actually do any of these podcasts. Apologies for anyone who missed the post-fight podcast. We will be back in action starting now with tonight, and then next week we'll be doing a bunch more. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to be doing a recap of the PFL and Bellator as well. I'm back, baby. Don't worry about it. Hope everyone's doing good as well. Just waiting for Mr. Tom Taylor. He'll be joining us soon. Mr. Leon Jennings as well. But please make my job a little bit easier by putting some comments and questions in the chat. Anything you have. Otherwise, we'll just be running down this card for a little minute. We are set to start in 20 minutes for the fights. We'll be going through all the fights. I haven't made my predictions yet. I haven't looked at Fanatics. I know that we pushed Fanatics on this show, so I should give my predictions officially, but I might wait till Leon turns up. I'm just messaging him now on WhatsApp. He should be here very soon. Chris Edwards Bailey, hopefully, will be watching as well. I don't think Chris is joining us tonight because he's got a big interview with Mr. Paddy Pimblett himself from the former Cage Warriors main man. He will be joining the UFC, obviously, his first fight in 2 or 3 weeks. I can't remember. And Chris will be interviewing Paddy tonight. So Chris is preparing steadfastly for that interview. So he's not joining us, I think. If he wants to join us, he can. So Chris, if you're watching, if you're listening, please jump on before your interview. It'll be a pleasure to have you. Yes, as Adam points out, almost at 20K. Well done. You know what? That's purely the Ongla effect. Every time Ongla and Sang fights, we pick up a couple of thousand subscribers. It's always good, especially when Ongla wins. All of his Burmese troops are very happy. All of his fans in Myanmar, they love him there. He's the biggest celebrity in the whole place. He is, like Chris says, he's proportionally got more fans in Myanmar than Cristiano Ronaldo has in Portugal, than Leo Messi has in Argentina. He is the main man over in Myanmar. And good to see Ongla get back in the win column. And I hope you all watched our interview with him. It was great to chat to Ongla, and he's going to be back very soon. He's going to be fighting Yushin Okami, I think, in around September or October. He has definitely signed a contract. Haven't heard of Yushin sign it yet. Obviously, One Championship haven't released their full schedule. What we do know is they have Empower set for, I think, September the 3rd. Let me double check that for you. But good to see that Atomweight Grand Prix is finally going to happen. Fingers crossed, nothing goes wrong. This thing has been cursed from the start. September 3, I was right. And there have been a couple of changes to the card. The strawweight world title fight is still on. Zhang Jingnan against Michelle Nicolini, but Anissa Mexon has a new opponent, Christina Morales, for her debut in one. And we have a switch in the Grand Prix. We've now got Grace Cleveland, the Thai kitten, she calls herself. She'll be fighting Meng Bo. So Meng Bo has had a third switch for opponent. Originally, she was going to have Ritu Fogat, and then she was going to have Julie Mizababa out of Brazil. No word on why Julie is now out of this fight. I mean, I have heard something, but I'm not allowed to say it. But yeah, things have changed again. But at least the card is still going forward. And that is the only thing we would hope for. I was just worried this Grand Prix would never happen. You know what I mean? It was, it's been chopped and changed. It's been delayed. It was originally set to happen in February or January, and we're now in August. It's going to happen in September. Hopefully, no COVID spike or anything like that will ruin it again. Let's get this rolling. Let's get this done. Let's get Angela her opponent, hopefully for. I mean, I don't think Angela's going to fight till summer now, but it's good to have the wheels in motion. Definitely, we've needed that for a while. Sorry, just sending this link out to a couple people. But yeah, thanks everyone for joining us. The fights will be starting in about 15 minutes. Here is I'm gonna speak to Adam again. He'll smoke Kami. Well, you know what? I'm liking the new Ongla with the beard, with the fade. He's looking really good. They're pushing him out on social media as I think Dark Ongla, like the Dark Knight Rises. They're doing it. Yeah, it's good. I think Ong needs to go get a few. It'd be good for him and good for one if he goes and gets a few big wins. I mean, I wouldn't rematch him straight away with Renier de Ridder. And I think Renier is going to go for that heavyweight belt. So he may end up actually vacating that middleweight belt. If he has to put on weight or something for the heavyweight title, I think it's impossible for him to hold 3 titles at the same time. I mean, it'll be good for him to potentially achieve that feat. He'll have to obviously earn it by beating Arjan Bula. But obviously, Arjan wants to fight a couple of other people first. I think he wants to fight Kang. You know, I think he says Kang earned that shot by knocking out what's his face? Oh God, I've forgotten. You know the man I'm talking about. He was talking a lot of trash. You remind me, someone in the comments, the Iranian dude. But I've heard this is the last series of pre-recorded shows. Can anyone confirm? I've heard that as well, Adam, and I hope so because I think it's a good thing for one to get back to doing regular live shows. These pre-recorded things are never great, never fun. You know, you've got fighters who have to promote their fights knowing they've won or lost. Obviously, it's easier when you've lost, when you've won, but when you've lost and you still have a contractual obligation to promote the fight, and you have to type out stuff on Instagram and Twitter, it's not really much fun, is it? But you know, let's hope they can get back to putting on a live show every couple of weeks. It makes things a lot easier for the media as well, like myself, because you don't have to. I mean, like case in point, I interviewed Bina Wen about 2-3 weeks ago, and I was only permitted to publish this video the other day. And she's on the One Battleground 3 card, which I don't think airs for another couple of weeks. So, but obviously B knows the result, and she's fighting Jennifer Osman at Team Lakai. So it's just strange, you know, having to do this kind of stuff. Jim, glad you're back, Nick. I'm glad to see you again, Jim. I'm glad to see Adam in the chat. Amir Ali Akbari, that was it. I'm sorry, I've got a brain freeze. You know what? I've had my brain is still so foggy from the Olympics. I was working nonstop for the last 3 weeks, just 12 to 15 hours a day. It was crazy. No time for MMA. Amir Ali Akbari, and of course he also knocked out Mehdi Baji as well. Amir's compatriot did Kang. So I do think Kang has a good shout for a heavyweight title shot. But when you're the champ like Renier is, you've also got a good case for the title shot. So we'll see how one plays out there. Are they still doing the TNT shows? Asks Jim. No word on that. I haven't heard anything. You would think that there would be something, you know, rumors emerging now if there was anything in the works. I don't have official line to that. I mean, what I have heard is that there's progression on the ground in America in terms of putting on a show there. You obviously saw that Rich Franklin went over there and he spoke to fan-sided Amy Kaplan. I think it was Amy. It was definitely fan-sided. And he did say the reason I'm here is to, you know, scout some places for a potential US show. So the flag in the ground, all that, I think is potentially going to happen soon in the US. And that might obviously play into the TNT thing. So no other word on when they're going back to TNT, but you know, I do think the initial discussions are definitely underway. That was it, as Adam says. The rule set got passed in Denver. I cannot remember who put it out on social media, but there was a journalist who did break this, and hopefully someone can tell me his name so I can give him full props. I remember reading it, and he did reveal that one got its rule set passed. Is it the global rule set? Yes, in Denver. So that obviously also hints at them putting on another show Sorry, a first show in America. So progression on that front definitely, and you've got to imagine that that plays into TNT. Dina saying, "Good luck, Eduard. Do your best. God bless." Yes, Eduard Folayang up against Zhang Lipeng in the main event. Eduard Folayang out of Team Lakai, former lightweight champion. You know what? Eduard needs a win. Let's be honest. Eduard has been on the wrong end of some results lately. He's I think one out of his last 4 fights, one victory. I might be wrong there, but please correct me if I'm wrong. Eduard desperately needs a win, and Eduard's talk. Everyone asking about retirement after every fight. They say, "Eduard, is it time to hang up the boots?" I think he's 37. You know what? Another defeat here, and that makes a lot of sense to talk about retirement. I know he doesn't want to do it. Look, here is the main man, Mr. Leon Jennings, has just jumped in. What's going on, Leon? How are you doing?
Good, mate. How are you?
Oh, good to hear you. Good to see you. How is the Bali bachelor pad?
Good, mate. It's good.
What is that behind you? Some bamboo. You got a little cage
I've got
behind
shutters because my kind of kitchen and front room area is outside. If it rains, I have to close the shutters.
you. All right.
Little
Okay.
bamboo shutters.
Well,
Yeah.
it's been a while since I've seen you, Leon.
It's been a while, isn't it? Yeah. Hello.
I'm back. Sorry, I realized I had the wrong internet connection. Can you see me, Leon?
I can see you. I can
Can
hear
you
you
hear me?
again.
Apologies. I was connected to the wrong Wi-Fi, but I'm back. I'm back. We now have the good stream. Tan the Wen in the chat saying, why is one so dead set in doing events in the US when they will not do any big gates and the cost is a lot higher? Leon, what do you know about one's move into the US? As we were talking about earlier, they seem to have got the rule set passed in Denver.
Well, apparently, although I can't remember who it was, someone posted a video talking about how they're going to do what they can to stop it happening. Did you see the post?
Who's stopping it?
Shared it. Someone not happy. The fact that one are going over there using their own rules and using the knees to a downed opponent.
Who's upset? Who's upset?
I don't know. Let's see if I can find it.
Yeah, let us know in the chat if you know who's upset at one using the global rule set. Min Tet Ong saying, "How you guys doing? We are good. We are very good. I'm glad to be back. I'm glad to be seeing Leon again. It's been a while. Thank you, Leon, again for holding down the fort for One Championship Battleground Part 1. Looked like you guys had fun there.
That was a fun card, yeah.
Ongla did very well. Great result for Ong. Great result for Victoria Lee as well. Adam H saying, I'm hoping they bring in some more of the old school guys who are still under contract, such as Adrian Pang, when the cards are fully live again. Yeah, Leon, what have you heard about one potentially scrapping the recorded events? You're probably more, ear to the ground than I've been the last few weeks. What have you heard?
I haven't really heard anything. I mean, I guess that would be ideal, but I guess while there's still restrictions and still waves coming and going, and while Singapore is so strict, I wouldn't be surprised if it stays a bit longer. There's obviously the vaccine thing, I guess, where I don't want to go too political, but I think if you have had the vaccine, then there may be a bit more certainty, a bit less chance of fights falling through, and they may be able to get a bit more from that side of things. But I mean, we've talked about it before. It's not ideal, but it's just kind of been the lesser two evils, really, over the last year and a half.
Yeah, no, I'm not having a dig at one for doing recorded events. I was saying that it makes things a little difficult for media, especially right when you have to do interviews with fighters who've already fought, or you have to interview them a month before their fight actually airs, right? How have you found that with Asian Persuasion? Has it been a challenge? Has it been fun? What do you make of it?
Yeah, it's been tricky and difficult, like you say. I think for me, the best thing has been to try and find out who's competing on the future cards and try and get them before they fight. But again, it's not ideal for one championship. There's no way you'd ever want to do this deliberately, keep fights secret and have fighters keep the fights secret. But it's just, I guess they felt it was necessary. And we're so like how many fights pulled out of the TNT cards, for example. You think, well, if that was one card, there's a chance the whole card may have been scrapped. Whereas at least they can juggle things around and that. But it'd be interesting. Well, it'd be interesting to see when they do go back to. There's lots of things. When they go back to it all being live, when will they start having cards with more than 6 fights? Well, I think tonight there's only 5 fights, but obviously 5 or 6 fights. That's been another big change, but that's been a fun change. But I guess that's not going to be forever. As fun as the 6 fight cards are, you expect them to go back to normal at some point as well.
Yeah, you know what? I have heard, like we were saying earlier, I think it's going to change soon. We're going to get prelims again soon. So fingers crossed that nothing goes wrong. Because you know what, Leon? I love a prelim, don't you?
Oh, yeah. And like I mentioned before, fighters like Adrian Pang, there's so many good fighters and fun fighters that haven't fought this whole period because it's been difficult. So it's going to be so good when everyone's available to fight and things can go back to normal, if there's such a thing as normal anymore. And if that's going to happen in a month, if that's going to happen this year, if it's going to happen next year. I mean, when this first started happening a year and a half ago, I was so optimistic that things would be back to normal in 2 months. Then it'll be, but then a few months will be back to normal. By the end of the year, now it's like, who knows? Who knows? Still. And you think after a year and a half, there'd be some certainty, but there isn't really. And especially with all the breaking cases as well, where, again, I don't get too political, where, over half the people getting it have had the vaccine. So, I mean, it's not as if the vaccine's doing what it's supposed to be doing, which, whether you believe in them working or not, we all want them to work because we want things to go back to normal ASAP.
Yeah, no sign of the end in sight. There is, we had a couple of brief windows of opportunity with Hong Kong and a travel bubble potentially opening up with Singapore. And I thought I might be able to get out there eventually to actually watch one of these events in person again. And I did run into Mr. Dom Lau, their ring announcer, obviously, for One Championship in the gym the other day. And he said, it's the same thing. He just done quarantine. He'd just come back. Well, look who's joined us, though. It's Mr. Tom Taylor over in Canada. What's up, Tom T? How you doing?
Oh, man, early morning over here, just trying to get it together.
Oh, yeah. Get it together. Is that a coffee or a whiskey or what?
I prefer not to disclose.
Oh, good to see you. It's been a while, man.
Don't let Conor McGregor hear you say that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Man, he'll go to town on you.
Well,
man, he's been going off the rails, hasn't he?
I mean, I saw him going at Daniel Cormier, and I was like, dude, what's going on there? I mean, he had a go at Daniel Cormier for having a drink. Didn't he? He was drunk at his own press conference for the Khabib fight, wasn't he?
I mean,
I'm not sure he's drunk, but it's a little bit calling the pot. What's the saying? Calling the pot black? What's that saying?
pot calling the kettle black. Yeah.
But the other thing, DC, he had a few drinks. They were having a drinking competition, weren't they, on the weigh-in show?
Yeah. It was all a bit of fun.
So it wasn't as if he was like drinking before work. I don't know how he managed it. He managed to get paid to drink beer that night.
Yeah, good on DC.
That's the dream.
That's the dream. Can someone pay me to drink beer? I'd like that.
Yeah, right, DC, you're going to need to talk about the weigh-ins, about the fight tomorrow night, and you may have to have a few beers as well. And we're going to pay you handsomely. Oh, go on then.
Tough life.
Go on.
I've got to be professional because Conor might, tweet about me.
Yeah, Conor's probably the last guy he expected to be policing him for that kind of thing.
Well,
what's good is that at least Conor hasn't taken DC's comments to heart about.
Clearly, yeah.
Well, Leon, there's a question for you from Adam H. asking you, how does living in Bali compare to KL so far?
It's good. Loving the island life.
The island life.
Although I'm a bit jinxed. I mean, when I left KL, it was in complete lockdown. I came to Bali. There hadn't really been many restrictions here. And then as soon as I get here, it all goes crazy, and the restrictions and lockdowns, and it's only go back to normal now. But yeah, I think I was saying last week, trouble seems to follow me.
Well, I mean, you showed me a video of the new pad. It looked very good.
Can you send that back to me? Because I lost 6 weeks worth of data. Save me video on it again on my phone.
Yeah, I'll send you that. I'll send you it. Maybe we'll play it live in the show. Or you don't want anyone to know where you live.
Well, there is music. Actually, I've got a question for you two, right? Like, when you're a open workout, I don't know about you. Every time I do it, I get a strike and a copyright strike for the music in the background.
I used to get those, yeah.
But yet on YouTube, there were people. There were hundreds, thousands of people uploading whole songs, and then there's the reaction posts as well, where they listen to a whole song. How were they getting away with it? But you can't have music in the background. It's crazy. I don't understand.
Yeah, I got a strike when we were in Busan in South Korea. I got struck on a video. I did a video of the weigh-in, ceremonial weigh-ins. I got removed there because there was some kind of song in the background they played which had copyright. I do think the UFC has started using non-copyrighted music for those things at the behest of the media. So that's good.
Well, they haven't had an open workout. When was the last time they had an open workout?
God knows. I mean, obviously, it's difficult right now.
I never really got the appeal of open workouts personally. I mean, I think they're important for photographers probably, but you know, as a writer and journalist, they never did all that much for me. Unless you get access to the fighters after the fact. I don't need to see these guys, prancing around in their spandex. I just need to see the fight.
Yeah. Where were we, Leon? We were in some freezing cold train station or something in South Korea.
Yeah.
Watching a bunch of guys rolling around on a stage. It was strange. I could do without that, but it was all good. Question for, I guess, both you guys or all of us. Is the Lee family living in America or in Canada? They are in Hawaii. They are not in Canada. I don't know if they're currently in Canada, though. Have you seen anything about that?
I don't think so.
I very much doubt it.
Yeah.
I know they have
Tom, what's it like getting out of Canada to America?
Oh man, it's getting into the States is easy. I mean, it seems like they'll let anyone in these days. I mean, I was just down there and I crossed the border effortlessly. Getting back into Canada was not easy though. The restrictions for returning to Canada, even as a citizen, you have to jump through all kinds of hoops. Stay at a government approved hotel for a couple of days. It's not ideal, but now it's starting to loosen up a little bit. So we'll see.
That's good.
Canada's been so strict, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Leon. I don't think you'd like it very much here. Yeah, some gyms are open. Yeah. Businesses are just opening up again, and it's starting to feel like normal in Canada, which is good because we've been in and out of lockdowns, for the duration. It's been pretty poorly managed here.
Well, show started. Here we go.
All right. I guess we should watch some fights, huh? I forgot there were fights on.
Yeah. WMMA scene now says open workouts at the UFC have just become performance theater, dancing choreography to see. Waste of time.
Yeah, well said.
I've got a feeling. Did they scrap them just before the whole COVID thing started anyway, or did they start? Because I think there was a bit of a vibe like that they were a bit pointless and they were becoming more theater rather than open workout.
They had them at the Whaley Joanna card. I think that was the last one before.
Got to pull out all the stops for my girl Joanna.
Yeah, exactly. They definitely had open workouts there. Nick, Leon, have you been back to the UK since COVID? I have not, Leon. I don't think you have either.
No.
Yeah. I've been nowhere. Leon has been able to go to Bali for his new bachelor pad. I've just been stuck here, but it's fine because Hong Kong's great and I love living here, so no problem. Hello, lads, says Michael Owens. Michael, can't join us tonight, sadly, but good to see he's watching. Canada represents, says Dylan Bowker. What's up, Dylan? Good to see you again. Too much
Hey,
talk,
Dylan.
says Concure useless. Sorry.
All right, we should probably just keep it down. All right, no more talking
Yeah,
for
yeah.
the rest of the show. All right,
Yeah,
Let's
you can just watch us
silence.
be silent.
Yeah. watch the fights in silence. Let's see how much you like that.
Yeah. Here's Chatri.
I didn't
What's he
realize
saying?
my boy Rahul Raju was first up on this card.
Is he?
Kerala
Yeah.
Crusher. Yeah, I love this guy, man.
I don't know who's on the card, like, for real.
He always over delivers. I always think he's just gonna get destroyed, and he often loses, but he looks better in defeat than I expect him to every time.
Did he fight
very
Amir Khan?
aggressive.
Like,
Yeah, he
last
did.
year?
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Amir won, right?
and he fought Gary a few years back and did remarkably well.
He lost his first, I think, 3 fights in one. First one he got knocked Sparko against Wiricai in about 20 seconds. Then I think he had that fight against Gary Tonin. He looked amazing. He held off the submissions over and over again to the third round. Then he lost to Nair Ebnari on 5 days' notice in a 3-round war. Then he won 2, and then he lost to Amir Khan. Then he lost to Mushtiba, is it? Pakistan.
Right, yeah. I can't remember what his last fight was.
Mushtiba, I think.
Fighting a Mongolian here.
He's fighting a Mongolian, and
yeah,
the Kerala Crusher.
I've got a feeling Rahul's going to pull it off tonight. They get back to
my money's on the Kerala Crusher. He's going to do some Kerala crushing right now.
Alan,
he's one of the nicest men in the world as well.
How do I stream this illegally? Well, Alan, your VPNs are your friend. I don't know where you are in the world, but
it's free in most of the world.
It's free.
It's free on YouTube, depending on which country you're in. I don't know where you are. Let us know.
Maybe he wants to stream it illegally, even if it's free. It has to be stolen for him to enjoy it.
Yeah, it gives you a rush, does it? Okay. Any info on the Mongolian? They are usually pretty solid. I have no idea. Tom Taylor and Leon know a lot more than me usually. Guys, I'll throw it to you.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of background on this guy. Let me look at him.
It's his one debut.
Okay.
All right, Alan's in Canada, by the way. So Tom, how can he watch it?
It's free on YouTube, man. Just get on the YouTube channel.
Yeah, just like keep us open in one browser.
Yeah.
Open another browser and watch it, and then have us both concurrent, Alan.
Get it going on your phone. It's easy peasy. You don't want to miss our expert commentary, though.
Yeah. Exactly. Sorry, back to the Mongolian, as we were saying. Leon, you were saying it's his one debut.
It's his one debut, yeah.
That's all we know. I mean, I have no clue.
Don't know a lot about him. I mean,
his name. I'm not going to try to pronounce his first name, but the Batar part, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, means hero. Like a lot of people in Mongolia have Batar in their name. Ulaanbaatar is obviously the capital city, and I think there's some kind of reference there to Chinggis Khan, the conqueror. Okay. Everything there in Mongolia is named after him, and you'll see the name Batar a lot too, in sort of tribute to him, I believe.
He's fought once on the Warrior Series as well. I think it was his last fight.
Adam is saying that he's based in Singapore. They need a stable of fighters there that they can tap into. Yes, I imagine it helps to have some people on tap in Singapore because it's easier to put on fights instead of flying people in. How is Rahul still in one? Arguably, that man has so much losses. No hate on the man, though. Well, as we were saying,
he's had an interesting journey in one.
He brings it, doesn't he, guys? Yeah.
He brings it he's lost to good guys, it's for the most part.
When he's been knocked out, like 3 times he's kind of been knocked out, he's just been over aggressive. I think he said he's going to try and fight a bit more tactically tonight. Maybe not be so gun-ho.
Our Mongolian guy, he's a finisher. He won all his fights by.
Okay, but sorry, Adam was saying that he's based in Singapore. That he was talking about Rahul. Yes, obviously Rahul. I thought you meant his opponent. Sorry, Adam, mate. I need to keep up with the chat.
It's not
Keep
easy.
up with the chat. It's not easy. There's so much flying in and out. Tan is asking if we watched the Olympics. I definitely did. I did nothing else for the last 3 weeks, mate. But I don't know. Did you guys enjoy some Olympic? Are you feeling Olympic today?
I'm not feeling Olympic anymore, but I watched a bit. I watched a couple events. I watched some skateboarding.
The skateboarding was amazing.
I wasn't sure what to expect from it really, but it was pretty cool to see.
Yeah, I loved. I mean, I've always liked skateboarding, but yeah, I mean, it was just amazing. BMXing was good. I mean, I literally just watched it all day, every day. One of the cool things about being in this part of the world for the games
good
in Tokyo.
timing. And the next Winter Olympics in Beijing. So if that also
and the
takes your
Paralympics
fancy.
before that, Paralympics
Of
in a
course,
week.
yeah. And then bloody Paris hosting the next summer.
The Winter Games are Canada's games. We'll be cleaning up with that one. I'm sure.
Okay, yeah, we'll see. Hong Kong literally has almost no one. I think they sent one athlete last time or three in the skiing. So we'll see.
Rahul Raju is a huge lightweight. I mean, he's gigantic.
Yeah. Adam is saying he's huge compared to this guy.
He's huge compared to everybody. I think he's pretty tall for this division.
I don't think weight-wise he's that big for a lightweight. Because I remember,
but he's got the frame.
He said afterwards he weighed in quite a bit under.
Yeah, I always enjoy watching him. He's even in defeat.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to spoil anything, but there is apparently one fight with a lot of nut shots. So
okay.
I've heard this from a source.
Okay.
So let's will it be this fight? Will it be this fight? We already had 3 nut shots from
I guarantee it's an Alain Galani's fight because he's had 2. I think he's had 2, possibly 3 fights end with a nut shot.
Well, Alan's chilling in Florida, isn't he? He's just, I see him with Onglar and what's he doing? Didn't know. Must be
good for him.
Or is he on holiday camp? I don't know. I haven't seen him training.
You look at the height difference.
I think he wanted to escape the Hong Kong summer. That's it.
Well, don't go to Florida for that. It's hot there too, man.
Your source being Tammy from PR. It is not tonight, Adam. It is another source close to.
That wouldn't be good PR at all. Just to let you guys know, there's a lot of nut shots on this.
Yeah. Please tune in. Nut shots.
I think I know who it may be.
Yes.
Mentioned. Is this person already been mentioned on the show?
I'm not going to say anything. Yeah. Well,
no unveiling sources.
Yeah, no nut shots yet already here. So, oh god, he is huge, isn't he, Rahul?
Yeah, he's a giant.
Height-wise, yeah, there's a huge height difference.
Do you guys have sound on your streams? I'm watching mine without sound. I'd love to know how they're pronouncing this guy's name.
I've got sound, but
do you want to take a stab at it, Nick?
No. All right, let me hear Chevello say it.
Did we make a prediction for this? I'm going Rahul.
I'm going Rahul. Yeah, it's going to be a classic Kerala crushing.
Yeah.
Although he's under the neck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit.
Spoke too soon.
Yeah.
He's good.
This is where he's at his best though, on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, he did great with Gary. I mean, not great. That's an embellishment.
I would say pretty great, considering how good Gary's on the ground, and he just managed to hold off the submissions for the 3rd round,
slipping out knee bars the entire fight, if I recall.
Yeah.
The one secret council up in their tower.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll make a decision.
I wasn't paying super attention to the Ballard fight, but I saw he got 2 yellows. Is that right? 3 nut shots, 2 yellows, and one of the nut shots definitely hit the abs. It wasn't a nut shot. What was all that about? What was going on?
I don't know. That seems to happen a lot. The nut shot that actually lands like right at, around the belly button, the navel. I think sometimes guys probably legitimately think they've been hitting the nuts.
Okay.
I mean, it hurts, I'm sure.
I think sometimes even if you land on the mid area, the foot can land. Even if the knee hits the midriff, the foot can hit it, or sometimes it can brush it up on the way up. But
and then you can jostle the cup too. Get that cup moving around. Yeah, well, it's a real thing that happens.
But I think, certainly one of them didn't look like there was any contact last week.
Mm-hmm.
And my man Gustavo still pulled out the victory.
Yeah,
gotta love that.
Can't stop him.
After
he's a little character, isn't he?
Yeah,
little gladiator.
El Gladiator. Chris's favorite fighter. I will have.
You guys gonna watch the Bellator and the PFL later today?
Yeah, I was thinking of doing
in the morning,
a little recap tomorrow. Yeah, if anyone's around, I'll put the feelers out tomorrow as well.
It's a shame when PFL and Bellator go at the same time.
Yeah, it is.
And you've also got the debut of AEW Rampage at the same time. So competition for my eyeballs for sure.
Yeah, you're a big wrestling guy, huh?
Oh, yeah. For my sins, I enjoy it.
Bellator didn't go too well, did they, numbers-wise, when they went up against UFC the other week?
Even with that big fight as well.
Even with
AJ against Pitbulls.
Yeah, they're on a premium. They're on a premium channel, though. I mean, their fights aren't nearly as accessible just to the general person as the UFC fights are. So I think that probably had something to do with it.
Exactly. I got to see Kenny Omega against Christian tomorrow morning or tomorrow night, wherever you are in the world.
This Mongolian guy's he's definitely going for it. I mean, he's very aggressive, huh?
He's definitely winning the fight so far.
Yeah.
So all of us have picked badly again. That's good.
We'll see. I still believe in Rahul.
Yeah. He's not, because often, like we said before, as soon as the fight's on the feet, he just goes forward, and that's often when he leaves his chin up. He's not doing that at all tonight, which is a good sign. I think he's blocking most of them punches.
Yeah.
Yeah, which card did you prefer, Bellator or UFC?
Oh, definitely the Bellator card.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, that UFC card. I mean, it was there were some good fights, but on paper, that was about as bad as they get.
Leg kicks are working, says Adam. Go Folayang, says Joshua. Yeah, Eduard Folayang in the main event. Don't forget, guys. A little bit later on.
Yeah, that was a bad round for Rahul Raju. That was like a commenter just said, his legs getting chewed up, and the last kick that landed there looked like it really bothered him.
He's the Kerala crusher getting Kerala crushed. Is that
he's
it?
He's getting Kerala crushed.
Okay.
Kerala something. I don't know if he's being crushed per se, but it's certainly beaten.
Mongolians are so tough, aren't they?
They are, man, and there's a real wrestling culture over there too. They have, I believe they call it the three manly arts. They call it. It's horseback riding, wrestling, and archery. It's so it's part of the culture there, man. Yeah, it's an amazing place.
You've been to Mongolia then, Mr. Tom?
I have. I spent quite a bit of time there. Actually, more time than I wanted to. I mixed up something. Well, it was great. It ended up being a fantastic experience. I was supposed to spend like a week or a week and a half there, and I ended up screwing something up with my flights. I was using like frequent flyer points, and for some reason I could only get flights on like certain dates, and I ended up having to stay for like 2 extra weeks. So I was just bumming around Mongolia for like a month.
Learning about the three manly arts.
Yeah, well, of course, I'm a master in the three manly arts now. I can shoot arrows from the back of a horse. It's yeah, it was a good time, man. It's a crazy place.
We need to see this on video. Who was there with a camera?
Oh, next time we're all in the same place, I'll get my hands on a horse and show off my skills. Oh, this could be a good show.
Oh, yeah.
Rahul
Who's
keeps
got a
getting.
dog?
Is that a belly
Leon?
dog?
I hear a dog barking.
Yes, he.
Leon's dog, neighbor's dog.
The trouble is, I'm effectively outside.
Okay.
So you
I'm
can hear
jealous,
the
man.
dogs in the cars.
Oh, that leg kick. Yeah, how far?
Man, I was
is
watching
the
on a bit of a
fight?
leg.
We
I'm
haven't
at
seen
329.
325 now.
Okay.
We haven't seen the leg kicks as used as effectively as in the UFC in recent last couple of years.
In one, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like in UFC, you can kind of guarantee at least one fight on the card. Someone's going to get their legs chewed up.
That's true, isn't it? I hadn't thought of that.
But I haven't really seen that as much in one. But then
And
we
it's
haven't
strange
also
'cause
haven't
there's
seen anyone break their leg either. I know
Generally,
actually we
like
have.
better
Gianni
strikers in
Silva.
one too. Yeah.
Take it.
There's generally, better strikers in the UFC too. You'd think you'd see a lot more leg kicking, but better strikers in one. You'd think there would be more leg kicks, but yeah, we don't see a ton of it. You're right. Rahul just looks like he's totally out of his depth here, to be honest. He's getting knee on the ground.
Oh shit.
Come
He
on,
needs
Rahul.
to get the fight to the ground.
Three manly arts right here.
So which art does each of us represent? Leon's definitely archery because he's a straight shooter.
I'll take horses.
So I'm the wrestler.
I bet you will.
Louise,
Rahul's
August
doing
is
the
on.
Dustin Poirier though. He's blocking the odd kick and then pointing down to his leg, as if to say, "That hurt you more than me." I'm not sure though if it did.
The Mongolian here, he keeps defending takedowns with these choke attempts. I feel like he should actually try to sprawl instead. He's sort of just giving up takedowns and then trying to get a choke, but none of the chokes are any good. If he actually tried to defend the takedown rather than counter with a choke, he might be better served.
For John's question here, I'm going to defer that. I think Tom takes second behind Leon.
Get out of here! I'm a distant third behind you handsome gentlemen. I don't even like coming on this podcast with you guys. It just you're too stunning. It makes me look.
Can we not put each other in joint first place?
Adam's saying
it's under the neck.
Yeah, he's under the neck. His leg is buckled, says Adam.
That's it.
Oh, he's got it. He's got it. It's over.
Oh,
we got it right in the end, guys.
Yeah.
God, that is a long. Oh my God! Oh, he's cuddling everyone. He's cuddling everyone. This is brilliant.
Oh, Rahul's happy with that.
Oh, I
mean,
Rahul.
look, Rahul lost that first round, right?
He was losing badly, and he was pretty gassed, and he's got the win.
Hugger.
And he's ended 2 straight losses, so he's ecstatic.
Yeah, that was a sorely needed win for him. Huh?
Oh, no, he's giving David Ash some love.
Singapore Maven in the house.
Now I want a hug.
Yeah,
David Ash is based in Singapore, isn't he, as well? So he's probably pretty familiar. In fact, I think David's trained at what's Rahul's gym called in Singapore?
I thought he was at Evolve.
Not Evolve, no. He's at.
He was for a while, wasn't he?
I don't think he's ever been there. Let me have a look.
Yeah, our Mongolian friend. He was aggressive and he started fairly strong, I'd say, but
Juggernaut,
like somebody said, seemed to gas his arms out and just sort of when the finish didn't materialize, he looked sort of like he just deflated. Rahul's in it for the long haul.
He's over the moon.
Yeah.
If you're the Kerala Crusher, you got to be in the long haul there,
Oh, exactly. Yeah, I mean, you can't count him out till the fight's over. He could lose an entire fight and win in the last minute.
Do you remember the Honorio Benario fight in Manila?
That was that crazy war, right?
Took it on 5 days' notice, and went to war. And I don't know if it was a split decision, but there was nothing in it.
You live by the motorway, Leon?
No, if I'm right, I'm where I am. There's 6 villas, and I'm the one closest to the main road.
All right.
Well, it's not a main road; it's like a little road, but it's it's my main road.
There you go.
How close are you to Bally MMA?
Not far, 5 minutes on my bike.
Oh, that's awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm going to join. I'm going to join anytime now. I'm going to take
So
I really want to.
when's your one championship debut?
I think I said last week. Once they introduce an atomweight division, I'm there. A men's atomweight division. Is there a weight class under atomweight?
I mean, maybe they'll make one just for you. They'll build one for you.
Yeah. Flea weight? Is there a flea weight?
Yeah, you can fight children.
I'll take on Hasbullah.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. Oh, that's a super fight. Who do I have to pay to see that fight?
It's money fight there.
Yeah, that's the money fight.
How crazy has he gone since the I'm trying to get apart from last week, apart from the last one card, how big has he got since the last one card back in May, April?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was the Habib shout outs or something, but people can't get enough of that guy, huh?
He's so funny though. Just he's got one of them faces as well. Like obviously you've got an adult face and you look like you're the height of a 5-year-old.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
he's
and then his attitude. He's like your typical Russian gangster.
Yeah, I'm surprised honestly that people are still interested in him. It seems like these viral sensations are famous for a week and a half and then everyone just forgets about them. I remember that guy that was skateboarding, drinking the juice or whatever last year. And everyone loved him for a minute. I can't remember his name. Do you remember that?
Well, I remember seeing Cub Swanson do it. Was he?
Yeah,
did he copy of someone, did he?
Yeah, exactly. And the guy actually looked a lot like Cub Swanson, which is why I think Cub did it. But yeah, I mean, everyone, people couldn't get enough of this guy for a couple of weeks, and now it seems like the world's forgotten about him. But yeah, Hasbullah's got some staying power. It seems. I'm still waiting for his MMA debut.
Well, they think he's going to fight that other little guy, don't they?
Yeah, wasn't that supposed to happen?
Well, apparently they got pulled out because Hasbullah wasn't going to get the money he felt he deserved. But then apparently they're willing to give him the money now. I think he asked for almost $1 million to fight. And
he deserves it.
But apparently it's back on.
Good.
Hasbullah v. Fiziev.
No, against Leon.
Oh, okay. All right. I saw that Rafael Fiziev called out Hasbullah.
He's got the bigger name in combat sports right now. Hasbullah or Jake Paul?
Oh, it's got to be Jake Paul. Jake Paul's as big as it gets right now, man. I guess actually Hasbullah has all of Russia behind him.
No, I don't know. Is Jake Paul getting bigger numbers for his videos? And
yeah, I think we as fully grown adults we can't really fathom the following that Jake Paul has among younger people. And these people don't really join MMA conversations and boxing conversations quite as much. They're off having their conversations on TikTok. So we're not even really aware of the buzz that he generates. And I think he's much more famous probably than any of us even realize.
When's he fighting Tyron Woodley? When is that?
I think that's weekend after this one, next weekend, I think. Oh, it's 29th, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be. I'm excited for that fight. Matchup. I can't hide my excitement anymore, man. I'm excited to watch the Paul brothers fight when they fight. It's I just never know what's going to happen. I'm not rooting against them necessarily, but I'm just interested to see what happens.
I mean, Alan is saying it's Jake Paul's following is absolutely mortifying.
Yeah, they're not the kind of people I'd want to hang out with at length, but he's got the following. There's no denying that.
Oh, Logan Paul comes across pretty well.
Yeah, I interviewed him a couple weeks ago. He surprised me. He was much more, thoughtful than I expected, and he speaks pretty well. He's got, he definitely speaks well. He's articulate, and he just gave a lot of thought to the questions I had for him, which I sort of didn't expect.
I
Well,
think
we
his
got,
brother comes across even better, Logan.
Yeah. I mean,
He
I don't know
seems a lot
what.
more respectful and
Yeah, I don't know if they're good guys or bad guys or anything about them really, but he certainly gave a good interview. It was cool.
Well, obviously, I think both guys obviously fairly well media trained. I mean, they have their own. They've had YouTube channels for a long time, right?
Mhm.
So I
Yeah,
guess they know how to talk to a camera.
yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
Eko Roni is up, I believe.
yeah.
All right.
Giannis here is, I think, supporting Eko Roni Saputra.
I guess he's my home player tonight.
No
And he
kidding.
is, yeah.
How's he been doing lately? He's been around one for a while.
I think he lost his first fight, and I think since then he's won 4 or 5, all by stoppage. He's
Yeah.
he's
Oh,
he's
wow.
a
He did the elbow last time, or was that Mark Fairtex Abelardo? That was Mark.
Yeah,
wasn't it? Yeah.
he's got a
elbow.
crazy submission in his last fight. I think it was crazy,
Yeah,
weird.
It's the second last fight is a modified Americana.
Yeah,
He's got
Yes.
2 rear naked chokes, the Americana, and then a win by injury in his second one fight in 19
Well,
seconds.
Chris-
I can't remember that.
Chris is asking who we got in this fight. I got to go with my man Eko Roni.
Yeah,
I'm
seconded.
definitely favouring him. Yeah,
Yeah, too much one experience, and he's got 4
Is that-
fight streak, all
What's
finishes.
his song? Is it Sum 41?
I
I'm
can't
hearing
hear
some
it.
kind of pop punk, which makes me love him even more.
Good taste.
I feel like I'm 13 again.
Oh man, I love that music. I can't get enough of it. The nostalgia factor alone is enough.
I've seen the videos of you skating. I know.
Oh yeah. I'm a kid at heart, man.
Who was the guy? Was he the guy Gianni broke his leg against us, Adam?
that's
I
Keanu
can't
Super
remember.
broke his leg.
Yeah, not Gianni. Keanu
Oh,
broke the leg. I can't remember
was
who
that-
Keanu broke it against.
No, it wasn't him. It was I don't remember either. That was a
Someone
disappointing
bring up
fight. I remember,
Tap
and it's
Apology.
just his
That
brother
was
was Gianni was commentating that fight. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, imagine that. Keanu.
Takahashi, he broke his leg.
Yeah,
He was
the
winning
Japanese
that
guy.
fight as well. Remember that was the fight. That was the card where Jonathan Haggerty beat Sam A in the main event to win the flyweight Muay Thai title. That was an amazing card. Like every fight was amazing. Everything was like almost a perfect night, apart from Keanu Super breaking his leg, like in a proper, obviously Chris Weidman style.
Yeah.
Mm.
Because you don't seem to get as many of these freak injuries in one as lately in the UFC, right?
Yeah, I don't know why
isn't
that
it
is.
the last 5 pay-per-views there's been sort of some
a leg or an arm. Yeah. Is that because, like you guys were saying, the leg kicks seem to be as prevalent a strategy in one?
Yeah, and that's sort of confusing to me because one has so many good strikers. You'd think this would be a recurring part of a lot of their arsenals, but we don't see it. The calf kick as much in one. Maybe it'll start making an appearance. Maybe this fight, who knows?
And the calf kick isn't used that much in Muay Thai either, from the Muay Thai guys in Thailand.
Gianni can't fight because he's got a health issue. He's been out of action for years with, I think it's something to do with his brain, maybe, right? Leon, you probably know better than I do. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
And
I think he still wants to fight.
Yeah, and a lot of promotions would allow him to fight, but one has the strictest medical side of things. They just won't let him fight unless he gets clearance.
But you know what? I think Johnny does a great job on the media days, and
they've used him very well. When he's not able to fight, for sure. He's a good guy too. I'm glad
he's here in Bali as well. In fact, he just messaged me yesterday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Hanging out with him.
Your main training partner?
Oh, I'll show him the odd trick.
Yeah, teach him a thing or two, eh?
Yeah.
Take his game to the next level.
Yeah.
When is Ongla fighting? Ongla is
10 minutes.
The post limb, Michael. He'll be after Eduard. So everyone waiting for Ongla hang around.
It's awfully quiet in here without all the Ongla fans, eh?
Yeah. Yeah, last week. How many people watched tune in last week?
120,000.
120,000.
Wow.
Yeah, and there wasn't
Yeah.
many comments there wasn't many comments in the comment section that I could understand.
You missed.
There's a
I
lot
kept.
of
I
Burmese.
kept calling you. I was trying to send you messages, Leon. You ignored them.
I try not to look at the comments because
Oh, okay.
I get too easily distracted.
I was saying that you looked sexy, and
Wait, did you say that last week?
yeah.
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 But I just
thought
glanced
I'd
over every
provoke
now and
you
then
a
just
bit.
to
I was trying to just stir the pot. You weren't reading it.
Yeah, I don't really take much now. I even miss some of the ones that come off on the screen. And now, because when I was in KL, my telly used to be behind the laptop, so I could almost look at both at the same time. Now my TV's over
In the
there.
other room.
No, well,
Good golly, Miss Molly, as the Dragon just said.
he's had a couple of weird fights. I think the first fight, I think he stopped because of a doctor's stoppage. I think he's only lost the first one. I think it was a doctor's stoppage. And then I think his first win, the next fight, I think that had a strange finish. He won it, but I think that had a strange finish as well. But oh my God.
Oh,
clean.
Jesus.
Damn.
Oh, my goodness.
I was pretty confident he'd win, but I thought it might last a bit longer.
Oh,
And he's got that wrestling background and heavy hands, which, as we know, is a good combination to have.
fastest finish in flyweight history, says Mr. Chiavello.
Wow. That's a nice feather in your cap.
Well, yeah, how long was it? 10 seconds. Jesus.
10 seconds.
Oh, my God.
In Singapore
Dom-
base again,
Dom is loving
he'll
it.
better compete on a card again pretty soon.
Oof. Oof.
Again, he's in a
I got
stacked.
nothing else to say.
He's in a stacked weight class, unfortunately for him.
Mhm.
Well, not unfortunately, but he's got to be on the verge now, fighting a top 5 guy.
Yeah, I would say so. And I think he's ready for that kind of challenge. I mean, it's hard to argue with a streak like the one he's on here. 5 finishes in a row.
Yeah,
And
He's just-
all of them in the first round. 5 first-round finishes in a row,
Yeah.
knockouts and submissions. He's doing it all. That's hard to argue with. Give this guy a top 5 guy for sure.
I like that he didn't go in and land a couple more shots. You know,
Didn't
Yeah,
he?
because
the
he really
He's
bodied
out.
that guy.
yeah.
the ref ran in, but I think he knew, and
He's
Oh,
the super
man.
ref as well, isn't he? Did you
yeah.
you notice last week when Onglar won? He saved it. He stopped it. Didn't stop it too late, and he fell over a split second before that, and he still flew back up and stopped the fight.
Yeah, Eko Roni,
All right,
stand
Nick, you
up.
gonna tell us what he says?
He's not speaking English. My Indonesian. is
Can't
that it?
translate
Not
for us?
good.
I think he does speak a bit of English.
He said thank you.
Oh wow, okay.
I missed
Doesn't
the
look very
translation.
excited,
Sorry,
does
guys. Happens to every Evolve flyweight to try the top 5, says Adam. I guess DJ's gonna get finished again, says Ong.
Ooh.
Ooh. He'll
Yeah,
run
who do
into
you guys-
the brick wall, known as Reese
Who do-
McLaren. Oh, that was
That's
the
a-
precursor to the other comment.
That's a good fight.
Yep.
I'd love to watch him fight any of these guys.
Yeah, it'd be nice to see 2 top 10s for some of their divisions that are a little bit more stacked, you know?
Yeah, it's still
agree.
strange to me that they haven't added rankings for their heavier weight classes. I think they should do that first.
Still.
Yeah, the thing
Well-
is though, can you have top 5s and top 10s? There needs to be, it looks a bit silly if some divisions are top 5 and top 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you
Yeah, I
say,
agree.
that some divisions they need a top 10. Like flyweight's a good
Flyweight,
example.
lightweight.
But
yeah.
then other divisions, there's not even a top 5 yet.
Yeah, middleweight, heavyweight.
Yeah.
Although the
It's
heavyweight
just
division,
hard
I feel
light
like
heavyweight.
could support a top 10 now. You can do top
Yeah.
10 at heavyweight.
Light heavyweight,
yeah,
not so
yeah.
much. Middleweight, yeah, you could probably do a
Nothing.
top 5. Welterweight, you could do a top 5.
Do you guys know what's going on with Tom DeBlas and Buchecha and these guys they've signed that are supposed to be fighting at heavyweight?
No.
Buchecha had a fight, didn't he? And they got that he lost his opponent, and they couldn't find a replacement. I think that was in the TNT series. And Tom DeBlas, I think he had a loss in his life. I think. So I thought saw him thank Chattree for being really supportive to him.
Right.
Yeah, both of them, they need to be making their debuts.
Oh,
soon.
Are they announcing another rug fight?
I wonder.
What is this video package?
I'm not sure if they're doing this or
oh, remember this?
I think they're just profiling the heavyweight division. Oh, that fight was. Yeah, that was not a good fight.
Why though? Is there going to be a heavyweight Grand Prix?
I would love it if they did something with their heavyweight division. They've got a pretty good little heavyweight division.
The new champion.
I think they're just kind of trying to educate people.
Dustin Johnson, a couple of people are mentioning here.
Dustin
Dylan and Adam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we could ask Michael Fidel about him. You know, Michael's over at his agency.
Mm-hmm.
Forgot the name of the agency. It's like Bounce or Pounce or. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I know who you're talking about. I can't recall the name of the agency either.
Yeah, let me look.
He was a journalist first. He was with the Body Lock for a little while. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good guy.
I pronounced that right. Yes. Dodge Sports, not Pounce or Bounce. Dodge Sports.
Close. Dodge, Bounce.
Yeah. I knew it was a one-word kind of action. You know.
Yeah. You were close.
Yeah. Well, let me ask Michael what's going on with Dustin. He did have a fight lined up twice, and it fell through twice. So.
Right.
Such is life.
Yeah,
I just think, that's how it is with one at the moment.
Yeah. They
Dodge Sports, Pounce Sports. I think Pounce is better.
We can start our own agency. That's what we'll call it. Yeah. We'll be the most ineffective agents out there.
I'm in. Let's do it. Okay.
Let's do it.
Teach all our fighters the three manly arts.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect.
Yeah, why don't we start our own promotion with the Mongolian martial arts?
Yeah.
Take it global.
Yeah, the guys can ride out to their fights on horseback. It'll be perfect.
Always think of what's the Russian president called? Putin. Mm-hmm. That photo of him riding topless on a horse.
Oh man, yeah. It's very majestic.
Mm-hmm. Was he doing some archery as well?
He might have been actually.
Some wrestling.
I'm sure Mongolia, used to be part of the USSR. So
it borders, doesn't it border Russia?
It does. They have a huge border. I drove across that border. That's how I got in there, and it was like this craziest border crossing I've ever done in my life. That we were there for like 10 hours just waiting to be allowed through, and there was feral dogs roaming around. And I went to the restroom. They had these like outhouses, and it hadn't been cleaned or emptied in like what looked like 100 years. Like there was just mountains of excrement overflowing out of the toilet, so you couldn't even get within 10 feet of the toilet. So you just had to, take a leak outside. It was incredible. Not incredible. And they had these drug dogs in cages that were just snarling at you when you tried to go to the bathroom. You'd have to walk by this row of German shepherds in cages that looked like they wanted to eat you alive. It was dicey. Not the way to enter Mongolia. Let me tell you, take a plane.
You beat me. I've walked across the border from Tijuana from US and Mexico.
My God. Isn't Tijuana the most dangerous city in the world?
Yeah, but the border's it was pretty crazy. Not as crazy as your border.
Oh, I'm sure it's crazy. That's you did that. Did you say you walked across?
I've done it a couple of times. Yeah, in fact, one time on 1999 New Year's Eve, I was living in San Diego at the time, and went downtown, and then for some reason we decided to go to Tijuana about 2 a.m, like 2 hours into the new decade, into the new century, new millennium actually. Yeah, so that's pretty crazy. And then went another time a few months later.
That's cool, man. I've never been there. San Diego's a cool city, though. I didn't know you used to live there.
It's my favorite place in the world, San Diego.
Yeah, it's definitely my favorite city in the States. I'm with you. It's an
Beautiful,
awesome place.
amazing place. Yeah, I mean, I think living
Someone's
in America might be a bit
mic
crazy a minute,
is
but
humming a little bit. I don't know if it's mine.
Yeah, I can hear that too. I think
Might be Mr. Leon.
sure it's not the bugs in the background you can hear sissing. Because I've got jungle sounds where I am.
It might be.
I don't know what that is. Like it's faint though.
There's some kind of. I don't think it's me.
You don't think it is? I can still hear
Is
it.
it me?
I think.
I think it's
Isn't
Leon.
it?
Yeah, it's always Leon.
The blame game.
Did it stop then?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's done.
It did.
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah. Was it you?
Yeah, it's back
Oh.
again. Oh, it's gone again.
Oh, yeah, I think it's the background. It is the background. There was some
It's not.
hissing.
It's happening every time you move.
Yeah, it's clearly your bandit headphones.
Let me keep all my wires apart from each other.
I hear crickets. Patrick Kelly says, "Hey, what the fuck?"
Well said.
said.
Very eloquent.
Oh, good. How's this one going?
Didn't you say you'd buy a new mic after you moved, Leon? Asked Adam. I remember that. Lies.
No, I said
Lies,
I was going
as
to get
always.
light. Maybe. Thing is, I don't understand why it goes a bit funny in
it's
these
gone now.
podcasts. When I do it,
It's
when I
because
do
they suck.
interviews, it works perfect.
What is it?
Who you guys
Like,
got in this one?
Okay, I'm going for, of course, my main man, the Panther.
Yeah.
Mr. Alan Nalani. I cannot go against the
I'm
Panther.
going
Hong
against
Kong
you.
zone.
Yeah, it pains me to go against another Thomas, but I'm going with the Panther for sure.
I'm going the last Viking.
Panther's on the prowl.
All right, I keep hearing this buzz.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's Leon's awful little headphones, I think.
You think it's Leon?
It's got to be. I always blame Leon.
If in doubt, blame me.
Mentor out here. Remember Mentor?
No, but this was a former wrestler, I guess.
Yeah, Alan, I think is from Cameroon, but he lives in Hong Kong and he's permanent resident here. And
But
he
training
represents
at
Hong
Sanford
Kong.
MMA. Training in
Well,
South Florida.
he has his own gym here, but yeah, he's gone to Sanford bizarrely after this fight. So
okay.
I
So we're
really-
not going to see the fruits of the Sanford move in this fight.
yeah, it's
he was
interesting.
on the same day as Ongla and Brandon Vera, so I guess they must have cornered him and
Right.
Hey,
sold
did
him
Brandon fight last week? 2 weeks ago?
I know. I know Brandon wasn't what we're talking about.
No, it was Teal Tang,
no.
right?
Teal Tang.
Brandon, I think said he had a fight. I can't remember though. This guy Thomas Narmo, he looks pretty lethal. I don't know much about this guy, but he's 4-0 and they're all finishes.
First round finish as well, I think.
Yeah, he's a big boy too. 6'7" it says on Topology. He's
He weighed a lot more as well.
yeah, might be a tough night for the Panther. We'll see how this goes.
Yeah, I really can't see Panther winning this fight. Although it wouldn't surprise me after Nick's little comment if this fight finishes with a nut blow.
Yeah,
He's 48.
safe bet.
Mr. Nalani.
He sure doesn't look
two
it.
of his fights have ended in a nut blow.
Oh, yeah. So I forgot. Yeah, we are expecting one fight to be full of.
Oh, right.
So-
And if you were a bookmaker and you had to pick a fight that was likely to feature some nut shots, this would be the one that this would be the favorite, by my estimation.
100%.
Yeah, I think it's this one.
All right. So the official prediction from all three of us is not only that the Panther wins, but also that there will be nut shots galore in this fight.
He wins via nut shot somehow.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate manly art, the nut shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad our boy JHK isn't on here with us. We
Yes.
miss you, man.
Where is he
JHK. He's working, I think.
No way.
He said he'd be back 10:30. I don't know if that was South Korea time or Singapore time, but
It's Friday the 13th today as well, isn't it?
oh, it is, isn't it? Shit.
I wonder where they found this guy, the last Viking. Ooh, that's a badass nickname.
Yeah.
Norway.
Good one.
So
No, but
is
you know,
that-
does he have some kind of Singapore connection or something? He's just sort of he's a fairly inexperienced heavyweight. That's just I'm
A
wondering.
few guys making their debut tonight.
I doubt they had their scouts watching regional shows in Norway or anything and found this guy.
Oh my god, he's gigantic.
Yeah, he's a big boy.
I
He
might.
looks like a Viking. He looks like he should be swinging an axe, raiding some village somewhere.
Shit. So what is Alan's record now?
It's
It's about 6-6, roughly. I think
he's 4 and
7
four,
6.
4 and 6.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, that doesn't count winning our hearts though. That's a win.
yeah, that's a win. I just wonder why he's gone to Sanford. Oh shit.
He's 46
Man.
years old.
This guy
But-
is huge.
Do you feel like he must have gone there for training camp or what?
Yeah, maybe he just was looking for some new looks, trying to take his game to the next level.
So that leads me to thinking he wins this fight because they probably like, all right, we'll book you again soon. And then On
Maybe.
was probably like, hey, Panther, come see Sanford with me.
That's a good theory. I guess we'll find out.
Or if he lost a third time in a row, would this be a third time in a row?
Oh,
Maybe he thought, like,
We got a nut shot. Oh no, it was close. It was close. He was complaining about the cup there.
I think this is Nutgate. Yeah.
This has got to be it. Yeah,
last fight, is he wearing his swimming trunks?
it does sort of look like that. Did he just wander in off the beach or something?
Yeah.
They just found this guy tanning out front of the arena, beforehand.
Oh, definitely potential for nut shots here, given
Yeah,
this
the
guy's
way-
height, right?
Way Panther's kicking, he's kicking like
Yeah.
right at the top of the inner thigh there. He's playing a dangerous game, but he's
It's just-
striking well. He's landing a lot. Like he's doing a great job as the shorter guy with the lesser reach.
Do fights with a big height difference result in more nut blows? When we
Yeah.
saw last week with the start by Ballot.
Yeah,
Obviously.
must do, right?
Just
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, with the kicks.
yeah, but it
Ooh.
might be wrong. There might not be a single nut blow in this shot in this fight.
But I
There
guess
was
if you're
always-
aiming for the body, you're gonna hit the nuts. Like,
Yeah, there was a close call a second ago. Big Thomas sort of adjusted his cup a little bit and looked at the ref. I think it's going to be this fight. I can feel it.
there's definite nut shot energy here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, something nutty's about to happen.
The other thing as well, I mean, Galani's is a very small heavyweight.
Yeah, he is.
Might be better off. And he does compete at light heavyweight as well. Probably
He's
better
so
off-
fast for his age too. He hasn't really lost all that much speed. It doesn't seem
He
like.
does not look 46, does he?
No, he doesn't. Looks younger than any of us.
Oh, caught him. Oh, Panther. Yeah, Alan to me doesn't look like a heavyweight.
He's outstriking him pretty decisively
Yeah.
here.
And
You
what
can
did
just
he
tell
fight
he's a better
Onglar
striker.
at? Was it like a...
I think that was an open weight fight.
Yeah.
It's kind of heavyweight. That was just after Onglar won the middle.
That was one of the. Yeah, that was like one of the. I'd been following one at that point for quite a while, but that was one of the first fights where I was really like, I got to see this. This is going to be crazy, like where they really started to intrigue me with.
That was a low blow.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the first time I ever interviewed Onglar. I know it wasn't. I saw him the card after that in Manila. He was in Manila for some reason, and I said, "Oh, can I interview you?" And he went, "Yeah." And I remember that. That was one of the first events I ever covered.
Ongla, he's such a gentleman. I remember
He is.
the first time I asked him for an interview. Is that a nut shot?
Yeah.
Yeah. He was like, "Oh yeah, sure. Who's it for?" I'm like, "Oh, South China Morning Post." Like, what's that? That's in Hong Kong. Oh yeah, sounds great. Just a nice guy overall.
Narmo's throwing those oblique kicks. People don't like those very much, huh? Look at the lats on the Panther here. Looks like he could take flight.
Oh shit.
Kalani's looking good so far.
Yeah, he is. He's looking crisp. The strikes look. Oh man, the sweep.
I just wonder, where has Alan been working on the grappling? Like,
I don't know.
Has he just been in Florida for a while? And we didn't
Maybe
know?
he's been there longer than we know. Look at that full mount. This is an outcome I didn't envision, I have to say.
I think we would have known about it if it was in
attacking
Florida.
the arm.
Because Alan's not been able to train barely since the pandemic here. He trained for the rug fight in the park. He was telling me, like, he was just going to the park and like doing pull-ups on the gym in the park. You know those.
That's what I do.
Yeah.
I'm not ready for a fight.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe he's been in Florida.
Yeah, I mean, he's looking good. This is as good as good as he's looked in a while, I would say.
This is the best I've ever seen him, actually.
Yeah. So that's why I think he must have been.
Yeah, he made a mistake here when he got mount. He went for, like, I don't know if he was going for a Kimura or something, but he just fell. He fell right out of his submission attempt, and then it didn't work out for him.
Well, you know, we've had one nut shot. Are there going to be more? Round 2 coming up now.
And if it's not this fight, is there going to be another fight with even more nut shots? I hope it's this fight. I want to get it out of the way, you know?
I just thought there can't be more nut shots than Gustavo, you know, last week.
How many? 2 weeks was ago. It 3 all told in that
1? 3, yeah. But one of them wasn't a nut shot.
Questionable, yeah.
Yeah. The last Viking up against it here. You got to think, they don't score round by round. But let's say Alan's winning the fight, right?
He's definitely winning the fight. He's outstriking him. He's controlling the range, which is crazy considering how much bigger this guy is. He's landing with kicks. He's got the inside kicks going. Yeah, he's closing the distance.
Nut shot on Alan.
Oh, okay. All right. They're exchanging.
I didn't see that coming. Battle groin, as Mr. Michael Owens dubbed it last time.
Trading nut shots.
Yeah. Oh, fuck. I didn't see it coming. I thought it was going to be Alan hitting the nut shots, if anyone, given the height. But the last Viking going toe for toe, literally. Oh.
Is that clean? They look more like the legs to me.
It's cleaner than the one where Gustavo got penalized for hitting the guy in the abs.
Those ones, I think it's the cup jostling I mentioned. You know, you kind of catch the corner of the cup and the whole apparatus sort of shifts and, you know, painfully readjusts the contents. I won't say more than that.
Yeah. It should be a crime inflicting pain on the Panthers' jewels. You know, this is the man.
I agree.
That's the quote of the night, that is.
He doesn't have any kids or anything, does he?
Not that I know of, but I've seen him in Florida I don't know why he's there. I really want to know.
Well, I mean, I assume he's training. Maybe he just wanted to level up a bit.
I mean, yeah, that's good, but
Maybe there's a heavyweight Grand Prix and he's the number 1 seed.
Yeah. Could be. I know he's really struggled to get proper training in his gym, Impact, which you can see on his shorts there. It's his gym in Hong Kong, which he owns. Oh my goodness. Panther, another nut shot.
Oh no.
He kind of moved into that one a little bit.
You can hear the Panther. Oh, he's rolling in pain. At least we know he's okay, because we've seen pictures of him on social media. And this was obviously recorded 2 weeks ago, guys.
Good point.
He was doing well to evade the shots, I think. Bit of head movement.
Yeah.
He hit the bod, and that was just a foot sort of hanging below. That wasn't that.
Well, I didn't see the nut shot.
He's got a bit of a history of doing this, to be honest.
Oh, he's on the floor. The Panther.
Andre Mian, I pronounce it, the Australian big dude with loads of tattoos, in a Muay Thai fight. It was a no contest for a low blow. He got carried out piggyback from the cage past the movie bit. And then against Maro Chirilli, he was another low blow.
Yellow card. Yellow card for the last Viking.
They gave him the loss because he said he couldn't carry on. They said it wasn't that bad. And now he's rolling around the floor again.
How do you guys feel about that low blow? Was that on the level for you?
Look, watch this. I don't think it's that bad. Look at that. Or maybe worse.
Oh, it's right in the jewels.
Again, that's a bit unlucky though, because you're throwing a knee.
Foot. Yeah. Okay. On the first watch of the replay, I was looking where the knees were landing, and it didn't look like anything hit him there, but the foot definitely did. You're right.
Yeah, the knee was up quite high, but it was just the foot was down below.
Panther battles on.
Fair play though, he's carrying on.
Yeah, much credit
to
the Panther.
Immediately.
I'm expecting another nut shot, and I'm not sure which way it's coming from.
Does this fight finish with a nut shot?
I sort of feel like it might. There's a lot of fight left.
Again? No.
The last Viking needs to stop throwing knees, really.
He's just slapping with his foot. But the knee is a good weapon for him. He's so much taller. I mean, he can hit that knee without even really jumping or anything. He sort of, I think, it seems like Panther has sort of lost a bit of focus here.
Well, he dominated the first round.
Yeah, but it's now he's on the back foot, and our big Viking friend has landed some nice kicks in this round.
The last.
Here we go.
He's just throwing that leg. It's gonna happen again.
It's too bad we're not going to see any more Vikings after this guy. He's the last one.
Yeah. Oh shit!
That might be the new quote.
Did I get too excited for that? Did he just fall over?
I don't know. No, he landed. That was a nice 1-2. Yeah, man, this Viking guy is.
He's the last Viking.
Yeah. There are no more after him. I don't want to hear about any more Vikings after this.
Yeah, Olivier's taking none of this shit.
Yeah, he's looking. The Viking's looking frustrated. He's looking like he's running out of options here.
Yeah.
His game plan of kicking the Panther in the nuts is gone out the window.
Yeah, and when that fails, what else is there?
He looks a little bit out of his depth. He's come in unbeaten, all finishers.
What's this?
Yeah, he was, probably fighting, taxi drivers and stuff.
Another nut shot! Oh my god, on the ground, a nut shot! He's kicked it in the nuts on the ground.
Oh, come on. I don't know about that. I didn't see it land there.
Oh my god, sucker kick, nut shot.
I gotta see the replay on that one. It looked like it maybe got him in the caboose or something, but not. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh,
Oh no, that's right in the nuts.
Clearly, I'm a nutshot skeptic. I don't believe any of them are real till I see the replay. Yeah, that was right in there.
man.
Oh, this is like a 5-act tragedy, you know. It's like
This is
Shakespeare.
definitely a case of please take away the pain, but leave the swelling.
It always happens in Kalani fights too.
Yeah, I know.
Never a dull moment with this guy.
Yeah, that was more the gooch, I think, as Dylan says. Than
Yeah,
well
but
said.
they hang down, isn't it? So that it might if you're coming from that behind angle.
Well, hopefully it's all collected in the cup. That's the ideal. But yeah, I wouldn't want to get kicked anywhere in that region.
By the Panther.
Yeah, no thanks.
Especially. Yeah.
Even if I was the last Viking, Vikings are tough, but
He went to put his hand to his backside though, not his balls.
Yeah, yeah.
You might need to wash his big toe up in this fight.
I mean, Robot Chicken Wings says who's winning. I got no idea, Robot Chicken Wings, because
I think
we've had so many nut shots.
He's still with the fight.
Is Galani going to get a yellow card now? Double yellow card? Do they cancel out?
It was 10% of your money gone, isn't it?
That was one of the more hilarious groin shots I've seen in a while, I have to say. Just right down the middle.
Like he was just doing it? He was kicking him in the nuts on purpose because he's like, "Fuck you! You kicked me in the nuts twice already. I'm gonna kick you in the nuts."
Maybe. I don't know. I think he was trying to get the thighs.
Of course.
The guy was sort of flailing around.
I can see why I almost said who I think is his name then. Told you there's going to be lots of nut blows because you're kind of saying, get ready for this without really giving away any results or anything.
Mm-hmm. All right, this seems a bit excessive. That kick didn't look that bad. I'm going to just come out and say it.
I didn't think either of them looked particularly that bad.
Yeah, you know what? In fact, I would say that every nut shot that's landed so far in this fight, none of them look like something I would want to experience myself, but also not disasters like some nut shots that we see,
They look painful because it's your nuts, let's be honest. But we've seen some bad nut, like in Bellator. There's been some like you thought, oh my God, I'd be...
That guy will never have kids.
It's all over.
Wow. It's all over. No way.
So what's the result?
I don't know. Did they get deep enough into the second round?
I don't think so. We're like a minute into the second round.
Just over halfway past the fight. I think if it goes to decision, I reckon Kalani was winning. And quite often, if a fight is down to 5, they often say if this goes to no contest or if this finishes now, will I get the win? Will it be a no contest or will it go to the scorecards? If it goes to the scorecards, I reckon the little Viking's lost.
He's the last Viking, not the little Viking.
That's his little brother.
What did I say?
Little Viking.
I said little Viking.
Yeah.
Anything but little.
Okay. Unable to continue.
I think this is at least the third fight.
No contest. All right.
In Galani's career.
Galani's got such a crazy record, man. All these, no contests and weird losses.
Third fight of his career with nutshot.
At least third fight in his career that's ended in a nutshot.
Oh my goodness. That's a shame for the Panther. I think he was
kidding, man.
A few seconds away from getting a win there. I mean, they were close to 230, right?
Well,
yeah, they were very close.
I can't remember what I said. I said we're almost halfway. I remember looking at the clock, it was 2:43. Had we got past 2:30 though?
Oh, wait, let me listen to this.
Yeah, tell us what it says.
Rather leave her being completely. Oh, I'm disappointed for me. How many overall nut shots? Jeez.
Did he say anything of significance there?
Let me get the rest of it, and I'll transcribe for you all.
It's strange he's on the other foot this time though, because the last two times happened, he was kind of the receiver.
Yeah, he said the heavyweight division is filled right now. I'm really excited. My camp has been awesome. I'm training really hard for this.
Nothing about the nut shot though.
No.
Oh man, I feel like that warranted some discussion.
What a nutter!
I will track down the Panther this weekend for an exclusive interview, and we'll get the lowdown on the nut shots.
The little Panthers.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I said little Panther, I might have been talking about his.
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, no, I didn't say little Panther. I said little Viking.
Little Viking.
Little Viking. Yeah. Well, little Viking as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, Panther had his number. I agree.
It wasn't a good night for little Viking and the little Panther.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, Olga says that was a weird and funny contest. Dwayne Torres says the fans got a good laugh. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, you know what? It's not the way anyone wanted to see it end, but there's no denying that was entertaining. That was a nice little romp. You know, it's we'll be talking about that for a while.
Indeed. And now we're getting a bunch of knockouts.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Forgot about that one. Yeah.
Little fun fact: Alex Silva, who's fighting next, he beat the three Catalan brothers, all back to back, all first round finishers.
Wow.
Oh, Martin, that one was painful.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh, and Eddie, the debut of Eddie.
Oh man, that was so crazy. That was still so crazy.
Yeah. Narmo versus Rug is the fight to make, says Chris.
Honestly, it makes sense to me. They're both riding kind of strange losses. Well, I guess this isn't a loss tonight, but I mean it's a moral loss for Narmo. I like that fight.
I'd be confident in Rug getting
yeah, they want Rug to get back on track too. You know, give him the last Viking.
Normal. I mean, I predicted he was going to win. He was losing that fight really.
Yeah.
Do you guys think the Viking looks like Yuri Prochazka?
A little bit.
Yeah, there is that similar look about him.
I think Dwayne said his tall dude is like Yuri Prochazka off Wish. He had some kind of vibe there.
Is that Mitch?
That's such a classic type of heavyweight too. Just a heavyweight that has like kind of like, you know, unbeaten record, but then you look at it and he hasn't fought anybody good, fighting guys with losing records. Then he comes in and it's just
being put to sleep by Eric Kelly, I think it was.
Too funny.
He's still smiling though, Mitch.
Oh yeah, there's no stopping this guy's smile.
Gonna move that smile.
All right, Alex Silva against Mian Tao next up. Who you guys got? Tom Taylor, tell me now, please.
I'll take Alex Silva, I guess, just based on the the big stage experience. But I'm not super confident in him these days. He's gotten. Go ahead, Leon.
I was gonna say I'm backing him to win. If he gets the fight to the ground, it's over.
Yeah. But he's quite old now, isn't he?
I think he's got quite a few losses, but they're all really to champions, former champions.
Yeah, well, that's exactly it. He's been fighting for the belt or fighting number one contenders for like his last 9 fights or something.
Loads of split decisions, losses.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
In fact, his last two, split decision. His last fight was a split decision loss. He thinks he won both of them. this division, nearly every fight's so close. Like especially the top guys, the top 5, and the champion. When they fight, it's almost always a split decision.
Yeah, Silva is 38. That's quite old for this division. You don't often see.
It's quite well. Saying that, you've got Rene Catalan. Is he still top 5? He might have just dropped outside of the top 5. He's in his 40s now.
Right.
But then you've got some young, obviously, the Pasho champion is young. Then you've got Saruta.
That fucking buzz back.
I think they're getting on.
Who is this? Who's the buzz?
Little giant.
I don't think it's me. It could be, but I'll see if I can.
I blame in Leon.
What's that?
The buzz. Buzz.
Does this stop? Is that better?
Yeah, that stopped.
I think it's when I'm charging my laptop because it's the port's next to the microphone.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's probably it. Problem solved.
How much battery you got?
1%.
1%.
I'm 76% now.
All right.
I normally have it plugged in though because this sucks the battery up to these fight.
Oh yeah, no kidding. Streaming and watching. All right, this is gonna be a good fight, I think. Alex Silva, the last little rock. I'm just gonna start putting the last in front of everyone's nickname.
Yeah, I mean, he's just coming off two fights with Sawada, isn't he? One each way in his last 2 fights.
His last fight was with Hiroshi Manoa.
No, what's his name?
Oh, yeah. You're right. Yeah, 2 decisions, 1 win, 1 loss. And then it was Jeremy Miyato before that, and he lost that by first round knockout.
Was that the crazy knee? Was that fight? Was it Jeremy?
I can't remember this fight. Yeah,
Jeremy Mido. He won a fight a couple of years ago for crazy knee knockout, a bit like Martin Ewens against.
Right.
Who was it? Can't remember now. Beautiful stadium, empty. And he knocked out Dave Dan Wrong saw Amni Shuishok, the former champion. He knocked him out Sparko.
Nice pronunciation there.
That wasn't too bad, was it? For me,
I was ambitious going for the whole name. Usually I'll just call him Dej or Dej Damn Wrong or something, but throwing the full name in there, that was a journey.
Sometimes I have to do that because I can either say all of it or none of it. So
right.
I have to say the first syllable, and that kind of leads on to the rest of it.
Right.
I could use his initials, I guess.
Nah, no, you nailed it. You got to use the whole name now. No backing down now. Yeah, so I think Alex Silva wins this fight if it hits the mat, right? I mean, there's no question.
Yeah.
Where's he training these days?
Evolve. Silva.
Right.
Silva.
Yeah.
Evolve, yeah. They've got a lot of world class. We were talking about Evolve. Last week we were talking about Evolve. They've got a lot of world class strikers, and they've got some of the best Muay Thai fighters in the world as well. Is in Rongo, Sam.
How's this for an intro, guys? For my Nalani piece, Alan Nalani's return to one championship action against Thomas Namo. That's his name, right? Ended in farce and a no contest after a series of shots to the groin by both fighters.
Sounds good to me. That sums it up.
All right. Okay. That's what we do
Are
here.
you gonna mention the little Viking and the little Panther?
Oh. It was a bad night. I think the headline should be: "It was a bad night at the office for little Panther,
little
Viking, little Panther, little Viking, little Black Panther."
Yeah.
So Li Tao Mao, he's got to get the fight. He's got to keep the fight standing to win this fight. Well, he's got pretty good grappling himself, but
he's got 4 knockout wins, so he can crack. I think that's his best path to victory for sure.
Which is easy because Alex Silva's. I mean, he's got so many submission wins, but he's also good at getting the fight to the ground, which is you have the best submissions in the world, but if you can't get the fight to the ground, you're not a lot you can do.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting fight. I'm excited for this one. This is a great division. Alex Silva with his back to his opponent. I love that. Just so casual, so unconcerned.
In fact, no. Is this done wrong? Is he fighting on next week's card?
Yeah, I think he is fighting again soon. That rings a bell. The third card is great. I'm excited for that one.
I think he's
involved. He's fighting Banma Doji.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. The next card's good.
Yeah, that's a fun card as well.
A lot of nice matchups, yeah. Binuen.
Yeah.
All right, so official predictions. We're all going Alex Silva.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Submission. Or another razor close decision, split decision after.
I'm
3
going
rounds.
nut shots, yellow cards, no contest.
Yeah, imagine they weren't even talking about that fight. There's a fight still to come with even more nut shots.
It's Battleground II.
All right. Are you writing, Nick?
A little bit. I'm gonna stop in a minute.
Oh,
I just want to do like as much of this now as I can before.
Oh yeah. I feel you.
I have to do it later. But actually, to be honest, they're not even gonna send me pictures until the end of the fights, right?
Silva right away going in for the takedown, attacking the single leg. He knows what he's got to do.
He did say, but he said he was going to go for a shot down immediately. There he is.
A nut shot.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Alan shut up, Nolani. Yep, good nickname.
Mm-hmm.
We got it out of our systems now, I think.
I don't know if it'll ever be out of my system. I can make nut shots all day, nut jokes all day.
You can make nut shots. I want to spar with you, man.
Yeah.
Just kicking the nuts. All right.
Yeah, it's my specialty. It's my special move. So Alex Silva has basically pulled guard.
Yeah.
That takes some confidence.
Doesn't normally pay off, but I guess
it might though if you're a 3rd degree black belt or whatever he is, fighting a guy who is not.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh my, that didn't look right.
Oh shit. Oh no, it's an elbow. He's got a tap.
Oh man.
Oh,
how did he escape
tap,
that?
Please tap. Oh,
that's game over.
Oh my
His
goodness.
arm. How did he get out of that? His arm is going to be mangled.
Yeah.
I think it may have looked worse than it was.
Yeah, it was definitely not a pretty angle.
It looked bad.
Just saw this muscle and sinew moving in strange ways. Dwayne's still thinking about the little Viking and the little Panther. Just go back and rewatch the fight, Dwayne. This is a fun fight so far.
Oh yes, I'm surprised Mian survived that armbar. That looked horrific.
Yeah, he's swinging hard too, and he's leaving himself open for takedowns just now. Yeah, it wouldn't be fun to try to grapple with a guy like Alex Silva.
No.
Leon, you were there, weren't you, in Manila for Alex Silva against. He fought Pasio,
Pasio.
right, for the title. Yeah, I
Yeah,
wasn't
that's just
there.
before the lockdown. Yeah, before
5-rounder, wasn't it? Was it close? I can't remember
decision.
too much. Split decision, yeah. So I'm unlucky, and this guy's clearly very good. Ranked 5th, right?
Again, he had Pasio in a couple of bad positions as well.
Mm-hmm.
But Pasio just done enough.
Yeah, Pasio looked in trouble a couple of times against Rene as well, right? But to his credit, he's his ground game, as all the Lakai guys, all their ground game has improved a lot over the last year or two, right?
He's got full mount. He can do whatever he wants from here. Yeah, he's a wizard, this guy on the ground. This is probably the worst position imaginable for Miao.
Yeah.
Wouldn't be fun to be under
for submission. You're not better off in side control rather than full mount. Full mount better for.
Yeah, for ground and pound.
Yeah.
I mean, he could probably attack an armbar from here.
Olivia is saying let's work, so we might stand him up.
I don't think he should stand him up. I mean, he is working.
Or he's getting the back.
It's weird watching without sound.
I know. I'm quite used to it now. They've been doing it for the last year and a half.
Yeah.
Just put it on another browser.
Yeah, I'm just worried my mic will pick it up or something.
No.
Yeah.
I've got it here, but I run my mic through a mixer though, so that might be
right. Can you guys hear that?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That's what I was.
Don't get me a copyright strike, please. Well, dominant round there, I think, for Mr. Silva.
Yeah, no kidding.
Interesting into the round. Did you see the end of that round? You've been literally chasing after.
I didn't really understand what was happening, but
yeah, well, I couldn't hear when the bell went and the clock disappears for 10 seconds left.
Yeah, that was a nice submission attempt. Oh man, that. Yeah, his arm doesn't look like it's in good shape there. Yeah, that looked uncomfortable.
Didn't seem to affect him though for the rest of the round.
Yeah, tough guy, no doubt. Yeah, I think we'll probably see more of the same going into this next round. Sensing a theme here. Oh, this is the co-main event.
Feet on the ground, on the feet. I mean,
I thought there was another fight between this and the main event, but
yeah, co-main. There's only I think 5 fights in this card.
Right. Yeah.
He's got chin as well.
He does. Yeah. I wonder when one will be able to bring fans back.
Well, before you jumped on, we were talking about they're going to be doing no more pre-recorded shows. So that's a step in the right direction, at least.
Yeah, that's good to hear. These haven't been too bad, though. I haven't, they've kept the results so tightly wrapped that there's only been 1 or 2 times where I've known what happened before the fights. And if you don't know what happens, I mean, it sucks that it's not live, but it's, pretty much the same experience.
Yeah.
Any good comments here, Nick?
It sucks for the fight, I think. Imagine if you win and you can't tell anyone or go to social media for 2 or 3 weeks.
Well, I've wondered about that. The amount of people that have to get to sign NDAs to keep the results under wraps. Like, you'd have to get the fighters to sign it, obviously, presumably their coaches, anybody that is going to know the outcome.
Everyone in the arena.
Exactly.
I've seen the contract. It's strict.
Oh, you've seen it? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. I was talking to one of the one PR team members, and they were saying that, they sometimes haven't even watched the fights. Like they don't even know who won after the fact.
And apparently, for this battleground,
Battleground.
yeah, little battle series, they're being stricter.
Oh wow. Wait, so if he's Little Rock, what do we call? Is it Little Rock when we're talking about his?
Little Rock or Tiny Rock?
Oh man, that's not very flattering. Excuse me.
What's it called? When you get a rock at the seaside.
What's this?
That's an English thing.
You get it outside of England? Is it rock?
I've never heard of this.
Yeah, rock.
It's like a lolly
Brighton
thing.
rock.
It's like a stick. Basically,
Yeah.
just sugar. Kids love them. Probably the worst thing you can put in your mouth for your teeth.
Dwayne.
Yeah,
Dwayne. These events are pre-recorded. Not the one last. Last one was live, but they pre-record about 2 cards worth of fights for each live show because they can only put on 1 live one each month at the moment, given the government's restrictions. So Battleground 2 and 3 are pre-recorded.
Haven't Singapore down? Aren't they regarding COVID now as the flu? I think I read a few weeks ago.
I don't know.
You know better than I would, Leon. This is your wheelhouse.
I did read that a few weeks ago. They downclassed it to.
I don't think so because it's pretty serious there. Let's ask John KL if he's watching. Who won the main event? It's not happened yet, Lester. Don't worry,
Eduard
Lester,
you'll find out.
is next.
Oh, closing in on a choke here.
Yes, sir.
He's pretty much doing whatever he wants. That's got to be a good feeling in a fight when you can just do whatever you want to a guy.
You can't kick him in the nuts.
You know? Well, evidently you can. You know, you might get a no contest, but it certainly is possible. The last fight showed us that.
Oh, shit!
I'm watching on a bit of a lag here.
Click that live button.
I've been trying.
15 seconds now.
Not keeping up.
16.
Yeah, I'm at 20 seconds.
Oh shit!
That's a crucial 4-second gap. There
was 1 week when John was about 30 seconds ahead of everyone else.
Oh yeah. All right, Mian
he
survives.
commentated every second.
3rd round coming. Julius is bored, I think. Sorry, Julius.
Well, Julius, why don't you start a live stream and see if you can entertain everybody?
You talk about nut shots for 3 hours. See how difficult it is? Yeah.
Bored.
Julius, where are you watching? You can watch on what's it called in the Philippines? TV.
That's very helpful.
My brain is fucked from Olympics. What's the big channel that runs one championship there?
What are you talking about? Which country?
The Philippines cable sports channel that does one championship.
I can't remember.
Oh,
Filipino TV.
Oh no, this is useless, says Casper. I agree.
I agree too.
What's useless? Us, the fight, the world.
Oh, a little knee from Meow there. Wasting of time, says Atho.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Sorry, I'm with you.
We've all got better things to do.
Yeah.
All right. Let's end the stream.
Shoots
That's
again.
over.
No, I need that sweet ad revenue. Let's do this. Look, Alex is gonna win this fight, right?
Yeah, I mean,
unless Meow does anything miraculous.
Yeah, Meow looks a little dangerous on the feet though. So I mean, as long as they're saying that was a nice uppercut from Silva.
Oh
Silva's
shit!
looked pretty good on the feet as well. But while the fight's on the feet, Mian's got a chance of getting a knockout.
Well, Alex is going for it again.
Silva's dominated most of the fight on the ground. Man, that belt is shining.
In the Philippines, it says it's on One Sports and One Sports Plus. I don't know what that is. I don't think, is that what you were talking about?
It wasn't, but
I've never heard of that, One Sports.
I thought it was something else.
I think there is another channel as well. I've heard it.
Yeah, yeah. We've met the media from that channel.
Yeah. What's it on in Canada? Just YouTube?
Yeah, just YouTube. Yeah.
Okay. Bali in
to...
Indonesia, Leon?
Well, well, good question. On YouTube, obviously, I can vouch for that. It's probably on a TV station as well. But I was going to say, it's quite handy. I can watch all the Bellator prelims, main card, of PFL on YouTube as well.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it in Hong Kong as well. For PFL, definitely. I'm not sure about Bellator.
Are you guys more excited for the PFL card tonight or the Bellator card?
PFL.
Yeah, me too.
I'm hyped for Brendan Loughnane, and
yeah, the main event too is sweet.
My man Rory.
Ray Cooper, man. I'm on the Ray Cooper train. RC3.
RC3. Yeah, Lester. You're gonna. I'm gonna ban you, Lester. This is
yeah. Get out of here, Lester.
Block user. You're blocked. Get out of here, Lester. Sorry.
We don't need you, man.
We don't need you, Lester.
No one's asked him to watch us.
Yeah, we're not holding you hostage here, Lester.
I don't remember us asking him to come and watch us. I don't recall emailing him. I definitely didn't phone him. Didn't send him a WhatsApp.
Oh shit! You know what? I did give him a WhatsApp. I said, Lester.
Nick,
you gotta watch this. I promise it won't be boring. Damn. It's all our fault, man.
He said, "Are you gonna be boring?" I said, No. We'll be fine. Don't worry. We let him down. I'm sorry, Lester. But look.
Poor Lester.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Who are these people that just talk trash in the comments?
It reminds me of the old days of the streams when we used to kind of stream the fights.
Probably they were the days. That was it's better for us because that means we could actually watch the screen rather than I'm getting a bit of a sore neck at the minute.
Yeah.
You got to sort your setup, Leon.
It looks like you're just kind of spacing out, Leon. Just watching something out in the distance.
So I've actually brought a little gecko on the wall as well. He's getting my attention every now and then.
Yeah, if the fights get boring, just watch the gecko. It's a perfect solution. Can you give us? Can we do like a live companion for the gecko too? Can we get some gecko analysis?
Eko Roni Saputra.
They do chase each other sometimes. They have a little scrap. They bite each other's tails off.
This guy's good at avoiding submissions. Yeah, Meow done.
Yeah, he seems to be one of these guys. He's got that Dan Hardy quality where you just can't submit him. He's got the arms made of rubber.
He's put up a good fight, but I think
he's certainly finishing strong. Finishing strong, but too little, too late for sure. But kind of a moral victory when you go up against a guy like Alex Silva. You survive for 3 rounds. He's been in there with the best that one championship has. I mean, it sucks not to win a fight like this, but I mean he can head home with his head held high, I would say. Oh man, that was a nice punch.
Nuts are intact.
Intact, yeah. He doesn't have a nickname, so we can't do the little
upper hooks in this fight.
Little meow.
Yeah, little meow.
And the little rocks.
Well.
So I guess we're all 3-0 tonight.
Yeah. Of course, I forgot to make my picks, so it means nothing.
Yeah, I forgot to do it on Fanatics. Ooh, download Fanatics if you haven't, by the way. The link is in the yellow ticker right now and in the description.
So Alex Silva by decision, I assume.
Yes.
Who should he fight next? I mean, if he's moving up the rankings, there's a lot of rematches.
Well, we need Joshua Pasha. He hasn't defended his title in over a year and a half. I think he's set to defend his title against Yasuki Saruta.
Yeah, I'm excited for that fight.
Yeah. Trilogy.
Yeah, yeah, and the first fights were great.
Is that in the background? Difficult telling the mask.
Hey, I didn't mind the last 3 fights, guys.
Yeah, I like the nutshot fight. You know, that was pure entertainment.
You can't say there wasn't drama.
It's true.
Dramatic. That was a nut-free fight, says Dwayne. Indeed. Maybe we'll get some nut shots in the main event.
I hope not. Edward's been through enough. You know, I don't want to see that guy take any unnecessary punishment. He's an absolute legend.
Why is one interviewing the losing guys and girls now? Always. Or...
Is that what's happening here?
They did it in the TNT series, didn't they? I think every fight. But this is the first time tonight, isn't it?
Maybe it's just co-main event, main event kind of thing.
Oh, it might be
He did pretty well.
It's like a big fight, yeah. But
it wasn't like a heinous loss.
Yeah, I think you're right. It's just the co-main and main. I'm sorry, Juan. I brought false something on your name.
Are they gonna interview Alex Silva too, or?
You'd hope so.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, there we go.
That's the first question. Yeah, how's Little Rock?
Alive and well, intact. He's fought like everybody in his division. I mean, he could fight Yoshitaka Naito again. They fought, right?
Oh.
Yeah,
he's actually fought apart from the number 4 guy. The guy he beat Ito Adewang, Minowa.
Right.
He's the young guy. I don't think he's fought anyone. I don't think Minowa's fought anyone else in the top 5. So he's an ideal opponent for anyone in the top 5.
That's the fight to make then. Yeah, they should book that fight.
But
what about the little giant?
Anyone.
Bokang.
The little giant. He's probably 6'7". There isn't a 6'7", but he's just outside the rankings, the top 5.
Which one of these guys is going to be fighting Gustavo Ballard? He dropped down, right? This is his weight class now.
Yeah.
I mean, who's he going to fight next? He could fight Miali Tao next.
El Gladiator fights who he wants to fight.
Yeah, he's a man with a plan. I like how he's become like a mythical fighter in one already.
Yeah,
he's up there with the Panther.
Oh yeah.
They need a TV show together, those two.
Yeah.
Gustavo and the Panther. I'd watch
that.
Yeah. Imagine that.
All right, main event.
I think it's the first time Silva's won a fight by decision. I think he's won almost all of his fights by submission.
Yeah, he beat Yoshitaka Naito by decision.
And he's lost a few fights by split decision.
Yeah, most of his losses, all of his losses are by decision. The looks of it. Every single one.
Has he never been finished?
No, he hasn't. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, all of his losses are by decision. Yeah,
wow. He's only won. He's won all of his fights apart from one by finishers, and he's never been stopped.
Eight submissions, and two decisions that he's won.
Which one? He's always been there or thereabouts in this division.
Yeah, and it's amazing he's still doing it at his age too. He's 38. That's quite old for someone in his weight class.
Yeah. And a lot of them split decisions could have gone either way.
And he's another one of these one championship lifers too. He's been with one since 2012. He made his debut in his second pro fight, and has been with them ever since. He's fought, like 10, 15 times with them since then. He's got that Eduard Folayang longevity. He's been around for the whole existence of one. Yeah, exactly. Franchise player.
Who we got in the main event, guys?
Good. It's going to be a Muay Thai.
Oh, Kawanchai's back. That guy is seriously good, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Who are you guys picking in the main event? That's a very good question. I'm my
This
heart
week
says
or
Eduard.
next week?
This week.
Oh,
My heart says Eduard. I'm a big Eduard fan. I've always enjoyed watching him, interviewing him.
You can't not be a fan of Eduard, right?
Yeah, exactly. But this feels like a tough fight for him.
It does.
Lipeng, he's a UFC veteran.
Yeah, and he's on a nice streak too. And actually, I think he may have lost his most recent fight or something. But before that,
he's won his last two. I think he went on a massive win streak.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
He lost one or two, and then he's won his last two again.
Right.
And this is his one debut as well, I think.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, this is a great matchup. Honestly, it makes.
He's fought Legend as well, I believe.
Considering the experience he has, you wouldn't want to see him just get matched up with some nobody in his first one championship fight. This is perfect matchmaking.
Kunlun.
Yeah.
For years and years.
Yeah, he was there forever. Oh my God, he's got a million fights there. He's fought there like
Nick.
In the years since he's since he's left the UFC, he's fought there like 30 times, and this guy's crazy. The schedule.
He went 2-2 in the UFC. I think he won his first two and lost his second two.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just amazed at the amount of fights he's managed to squeeze in since he left the UFC. I can't count them, but there's a ton of them. He's been just insanely busy fighting literally every 2 months sometimes. Good for him.
I still can't believe Eduard beat Shinya,
Yeah.
Well, Shinya was champion.
Yeah. And then they had that rematch that obviously didn't go.
Yeah, I mean, Shinya's just been on a tear, but
that was just before I started following one.
Oh yeah. How did you first get into one, Leon? Tell us how this love story began.
Well, when I moved to KL, I contacted someone at All Sports Asia and just started covering one for them. I'd never heard of them. I mean, I'd literally just moved to KL. And then, just went from
Was that your first experiences with MMA? Or did you watch the UFC before that?
Yeah, I was a massive UFC fan since 2008. Because in England, really, not really. I mean, if you get into UFC, like if you got into UFC about 12 years ago, into MMA 12 years ago in England, you're probably going to be watching the UFC.
Right, yeah, for
so
sure.
I missed the first, when were the Pride days?
When was that?
When were the Pride days, yeah.
I mean, it lasted until... Yeah.
So I just missed that, really, and then got into the UFC, and then hopefully got into the one when I moved to KL.
Yeah, I caught the last bit of Pride, but I certainly missed the heyday, unfortunately. I wish I could have experienced a lot of those fights live.
Yeah.
I think I started watching MMA seriously in like 2007 or 2008.
Yeah, I was saying, I just started, from then I just watched every UFC card.
Yeah.
Hey, you're catching the heyday of El Gladiator, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, that's what it's all about, yeah. And the Panther.
And the Panther.
And the Little Viking.
The Little Viking.
I mean, that's what really counts,
Landslide. Can he get back in the win column? That is the question.
I believe. He's just had this remarkable staying power. He headlined one championship's first card ever, if I'm not mistaken, and is still out here fighting the best guys available, not
Actually,
winning them all, but
really, that's a good point, Tom. He headlined the first ever card, and that was almost 10 years to the day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And now he's
it's insane.
headlining tonight.
We talk a lot about the Lee siblings being the face of one championship, and that's totally fair. They've done some amazing things, but just in terms of like the amount of work put in under the one banner, very few people can compete with Eduard Folayang on that front. He's been around
10 years.
Mm-hmm. Headlining cards, fighting for titles for the duration, fighting the top guys,
inspiring Team Nakai, the great things they've done.
Oh yeah,
I mean, and how much he's put MMA on the map in the Philippines.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, obviously, with Manny Pacquiao there, he's like a god, and then Eduard Folayang's come along and but he shares a lot of the same fans now, and really built up MMA in a big way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's a legend. He deserves all the respect in the world for what he's done, man.
And just a true warrior.
Yeah, no doubt.
Very nice man
tough
as well.
matchup, though.
Yeah, he's always
someone, like you say, who's fought so many times as well.
He's always down for an interview too.
Yeah. Go Team Lakai, says Michael.
Got the Team
Lakai supporters will be watching. Team Lakai in the house. Zhang Lipeng, the Warrior. I've got to imagine a few people are called the Warrior. Christian Lee is the Warrior, right?
It's definitely a recurring nickname, isn't it?
Hmm. Eduard is the 1FC legend, says Ergavi. Oh, John.
What now?
Oh, I'm not putting it on screen.
In the comments somewhere?
Yeah.
I didn't see it.
Also, Folayang gave Manny Pacquiao the push early on in Manny's boxing career.
Yeah, crucial part of Manny's career.
Yeah.
We wouldn't even be talking about Manny if it weren't for Eduard.
Yeah. You gotta love the Folayang kid as well. The in the advert.
Mm-hmm.
You know the old advert they had?
Yeah. I've seen that one about 1 million times.
Yeah. I actually prefer the guy who idolizes Shinya in that advert because he's just standing on Shibuya Crossing and it's like, Shinya is my idol.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I respect that for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I love Shinya. What are you gonna get?
I'm not sure yet, but I'm gonna order something. I'm gonna time it just right so that when we're done with this, I can go gorge once I'm off camera.
Yeah. All right. Folayang kid versus Shinya kid. That's it though, John. The Shinya kid is not a kid. It's like a young man. He's like a grown adult, and he's like, "Oh, I was bullied my whole life." And then I shouldn't laugh about that, but I don't even know if it's true. But it's like, Shinya helped me.
An actor.
Yeah,
Shinya has helped us all.
Yeah, but it's funny because you speak to Shinya and you just don't get the vibe that he gives a fuck about anyone else.
I don't think that's something he's thinking about all that much.
Yeah, I mean,
being
I love
a positive role model.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
But that's part of his allure is he doesn't really give a shit.
Yeah, it's a huge part.
Tim Hortons suggests John KL.
That's more of a road trip breakfast.
Okay.
It's not something you seek out unless you're stuck on the highway for long stretches, and yeah, there's for those that don't know, there's a Tim Hortons in Canada about every 150 meters.
Okay.
They're
What
just
is it?
everywhere. It's kind of like, it's coffee is the main thing. It's very, I mean, most people would say it's mediocre coffee, but it's like road trip coffee. It's what you fuel up with if you're, making a long drive. And they got breakfast sandwiches, bagels, that kind of stuff, sandwiches. It's an institution up here, though.
Let me upset everyone again by saying I hate coffee.
Yeah, I can understand it. Coffee is, when you think about it, kind of gross. You just burn these beans and then drink them with water. It's disgusting. I mean, you wouldn't do that with any other beans.
I said that before, and there's a massive uproar in the comments.
I like coffee, but it's one of those things where if you think about it too much, it's not the most appetizing thing in the world.
It's Leon. It's not as offensive as you not believing in wallets and.
Oh, you don't believe in wallets?
Yeah.
I don't believe in them. I just don't use a wallet.
So you just have all this stuff jangling around in your pockets.
Jingle
Well,
jangle.
I have cash, one card.
People always hear you coming, just jangling. How do you sneak up on people?
I'll tell you what. You don't really get many coins here. Have you been to Indonesia?
No,
Like,
I haven't.
1 million rupees is 50 quid, 50 pounds.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? Which is about what, 60, 70 US dollars?
Yeah.
So like notes go down to 1,000, which is
It's like that in a lot of Southeast Asia. I remember going to Vietnam,
Thailand.
Indonesia's
they're
worse
great.
though. Indonesia's like literally
taking out like 6 million dong.
Yeah, I carry around millions in my pocket at all times.
Wow, so you're a millionaire. Yeah. A millionaire without a wallet. Who would have thought? Oh, Dylan, that's what I get when I go to Tim Hortons, the farmer's wrap. In fact, if I was there right now, I'd be ordering a farmer's wrap.
Okay.
It's like
food
egg.
here in Bali though is amazing.
It's egg, sausage, or bacon, your preference, and then a hash brown, like potato inside. Some weird sauce that I'm sure is terrible for you, but it's good.
I didn't give my prediction. I've got to go. I've got to go the landslide.
All right, yeah. I'm going with the landslide.
Landslide by a landslide?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think this is going to be it looks like quite a big size difference.
Mate, Zhang's big.
Yeah, he is. Oh, man.
But Eduard is big for this division.
This is not a good start for Eduard.
This is just mad. Some of these guys in this lightweight division are
huge, yeah.
Fucking middleweights.
Yeah, no kidding. Leon, you've been accused of being
they weigh in at 170, don't they?
You've been accused of being a tea drinker in the comments.
I don't drink tea either.
Just no caffeine, huh?
I don't drink any hot drink. I have a cup of green tea every day with ginger, just because it's healthy. But I've always just thought drinking hot drinks is a complete waste of time.
Yeah, I guess if you're living in that part of the world, it's not the best way to refresh.
You say that hot drinks and chilies cool you down.
That's what they say, isn't it? Is that true?
Which is weird, but it's supposed to be true.
Yeah, I've heard of that stuff. The cat poop coffee.
You had that, Leon?
Oh, I've heard of that. Yeah, well, I don't like coffee and I don't like cat shit, so I very much doubt I would like it together.
You don't like coffee? Here, try this grosser version of it. You'll love it.
Well, I love cat shit and I love coffee. So.
Oh yeah, I put cat shit in everything.
If it was dog shit,
can you get a farmer's wrap with cat shit? Is that
yeah? That's how I order it. Yeah, extra cat shit, please. Hold the bacon.
Yeah. I tell you, I'm in vegan heaven in Bali, and meat substitutes like that you can't tell.
Is cat shit vegan? I guess not.
Yeah, I think probably is.
What they ate,
right?
Yeah, no animal was harmed to create it.
It's not strictly true. Well, it's on a one-off basis is vegan, but if you started breeding cats just for their shit,
well,
I guess it would stop being vegan. But I
you got to look into how this coffee's made. Maybe they're breeding the cats for their excrement.
Yeah,
you got to put a stop to this, Leon. All right, maybe we should talk about the fight, huh?
Yeah. So
spent a lot of time talking about
cat shit,
genitals, and cat shit on this.
How did you enjoy Eduard Folayang?
And people called this boring.
I didn't really watch it. I was too busy talking about cat shit.
Yeah, maybe I should unblock Lester. He was right.
Oh, never a dull moment here. This has been anything but boring.
Yeah.
And Eduard not looking good for the Folayang.
Rough start for Eduard.
Sorry, the Folayang, the landslide.
Over a minute to survive.
Eduard in deep waters now. This is John Cahill.
Yeah, he might be able to spin out of this soon.
Just where do they keep finding these gigantic men for this division?
Yeah, I think part of it is just the way they've arranged their weight classes. It sort of just allows for these guys to be huge, you know.
Medium Zhang.
Peter Baus was how tall is he?
Oh, he's a giant,
Yeah.
but he's pretty
I think he's
slender.
about 8'2".
Him and the last Viking.
Yeah. I just think Eddie's never gonna do anything in this division.
Which Eddie? Who are we talking about? Folayang?
Alvarez.
Edward.
Sorry.
Alvarez. Yeah.
Oh,
Eddie
Eddie.
Folayang. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eddie's had a tough go in one. It's been crazy.
Well, I mean, saying that, he was very close to actually beating the number 2 ranked guy. If there wasn't a no contest.
Yeah,
but then
that's true.
Okrayun,
That was his best performance, to be honest.
Yeah.
But
It
I
definitely
still
was.
think he's only got himself to blame for that being a no contest, because he was winning that fight so easily. He got warned about the blows to the back of the head, and instead of just mixing things up, switching things a bit, he just carried on regardless. He had a warning. Even if they weren't the back of the head, if you're being warned, if the referee thinks they're the back of the head, stop doing it. He almost doubled down and started throwing them harder.
I wonder when they'll bring him back or who. I guess they do the Lapicus rematch, right?
Oh, you know what I want to see? If they sign Dan Hardy, I want to see him fight Dan Hardy. Do that fight.
Well, Dan's gonna fight John Wayne Parr, right?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm not sure that will be. I've heard that the competition team has some issues with that potential
I was going to say,
matchup.
will Dan get medically cleared? Because we know how strict they are in one.
I think at this point though he was cleared to compete in the UFC.
But one is stricter. Gianni Suba could compete in UFC, but one championship won't let him fight.
I don't think they would be doing all this flirting with him if they hadn't decided that they were going to let him fight. You know, be kind of a bad look to give the impression that he was going to fight, and then.
Yeah, but then he's also an analyst as well, though, isn't he?
Yeah. And now that Misha's gone, they do sort of have a bit of a vacancy in that sort of role. He'd be great for that. But I would love to see him fight, and giving him someone like Eddie Alvarez, who's been, around the block for a long time and sort of seems to be, nearing the tail end of his career.
I think he'll fight at lightweight as well. I think he'll come back at lightweight.
Mm-hmm. When I spoke to him, he was interested in fighting Eddie. He was down with. He said Shinya. He was interested in fighting Shinya. He said Akiyama was a fight that he'd be down with. That'd be a great fight for him. And then he said also if Takanori Gomi wants to come out of retirement, he would do that one as well.
He only wants one or two fights, though, doesn't he? Or has he changed his mind because there's suddenly maybe more potential?
Yeah, I think there's just a couple. And he wants to fight John Wayne Parr first, and then he said he wanted to fight Nicky Holskin in kickboxing, and then after that he was interested in fielding some MMA fights. So we'll see what happens.
Eduard looking a little better here, second round.
Yeah,
he's going for that overhand right. He loves that, doesn't he?
Mm-hmm, he does. It's a good punch.
We haven't seen many spinning maneuvers, have we?
Oh, there you go.
His speciality. Yeah, he just needs a bit like Mian. He just needs against Silva. He just needs to keep his fight on the feet.
Yeah, and it's not going well for him on that front, is it?
And just as I say that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, takedown.
Well, this is good for Zhang. I mean, he's if he wins this fight, you got to assume he'll get a top 5 guy. And with the success he's had recently, all the wins. I know he's had some losses too, but he's had just this string of wins. He's right there for a title shot. And Christian Lee's already beaten everybody, so that he's in a pretty advantageous position, just having being one of the only guys Christian hasn't fought yet. So I think we got to assume he's pretty close to a title shot if he wins this.
I don't know. I think he'd need another big win outside the top 5. Because it's a stacked division.
I think if he wins this and then fights somebody and wins in the top 5, he'll get a title shot. If I had to guess, just because Christian has beat so many of the top guys already, and he's kind of running low on fresh options.
Well, he's got okay okay, Ray
Yeah.
Yunis. You've got Shinya rematch, which he's probably not keen on rematches, Christian. But let's be honest, Shinya's on such a winning streak. If he wins again, another big fight, you can't deny him a rematch.
Yeah, when I last spoke to Shinya, granted it was quite a while ago, he didn't seem all that concerned with fighting for the title anymore. He was just, trying to have fun and, take tough fights. Oh, Nick, you got the man bun.
I think he's
Looking
the
good,
most
man.
deserving of the next title shot.
I have a man
Your
bun.
hair, well, it's tied up.
It's a little ponytail.
That counts.
Action.
That's a bun. All
That's
right,
not
man
a
ponytail.
man
then.
bun.
The man tail. There's
How
nothing
dare
wrong with a
you.
man bun. No, I used to have a man bun, man. It's a great
I used to have
look.
a man bun. It was
Nothing wrong with a
bad.
man bun on a girl.
The man bun's gotten a bad rap, man.
Yeah, I had one. It was terrible. I admit that.
Nah.
But,
Nah. I think it's great. Long hair don't care, man.
I'm loving. I just like tying it up because it keeps it out of my face, and it's very.
I miss the
here,
Austin Powers days.
Oh
come?
yeah. No, I looked like Austin Powers before the last event I did with Leon.
Oh man.
Yeah, it wasn't a good look.
Edward back on the feet.
It wasn't
Now's the
long
chance.
after I called you Austin Powers, you completely changed your appearance.
Yeah, I was like, that can't stick. I've got to change it.
And when I called, I was interviewing Martin Ewan in Manila, and Nick came in right in my back of my shot. I went right in the middle of my interview and I posted and I went, Austin Powers, what are you doing? and Nick was trying to interview, was it Ongla or
No,
Teal?
Martin.
Teal Tang?
Oh no, Teal. Yeah, you had Martin. Good times.
Nick Powers.
That was funny.
When we could attend events.
Oh, Edward going for it. He's trying to make it count. That was a better round for him, I'd say, but still, no question who won. I can't believe how big this guy is. He really looks like a light heavyweight in there.
Yeah, it seems too big.
Oof! I didn't see that chin or that kick there, right to the chin, toe to the chin.
Who's winning the fight? Us, Michael. I think Zhang Lipeng is winning.
Yeah,
Eduard's
no question.
trying, but the size difference played a factor here.
And the takedowns, he doesn't have an answer for the takedown.
Eduard needs to keep swinging, says Eddie the Blasian. What's up, Eddie? Good to see you again. Dylan Bauker saying MMA fighting are reporting that Buchecha against Thomas Namo in September. You kidding me?
Is that true?
The little Viking is back already.
That'd be a good debut for Patricia, because obviously this is not only his one debut, it's his MMA debut, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Fighting the last Viking. There's only one Viking left, and he gets to fight him.
Final round of the night. Who's taking this one, guys?
Folayang, he finished quite strongly against Antonio Caruso after getting kind of losing the first two rounds badly. He was a lot more competitive in the third round.
Who was?
When's the last time Eduard finished a fight? It's been a while, right?
Oh,
you mean gone the distance or finish his opponent?
Like finish the opponent, yeah.
It may have been Shinya. I can't remember. Because he beat Amir Khan by... Yeah. Well, that was after the Shinya fight, wasn't it?
Just feels like if he doesn't get it early, he...
Yeah.
He comes on strong at the end, but he seems to lose a lot of decisions.
Was Shinya was his last stoppage win.
Was it? That was about 5 years ago.
That was in 2016, yeah. Unless I'm missing something. Yeah, he's won a few by decision, but he hasn't finished anyone since the Shinya fight. He's got power, like he can crack. He just he's doing well this round.
He looked good when he won the title for the second time. Was that against Amir Khan for the vacant title?
Yeah, that was a great fight. He looked unstoppable in that fight. That was maybe the best performance of his whole career, in my opinion. He was just on point that night.
And then he lost to Shinyals at the next fight in the rematch.
Yeah, that's right.
Was that in Japan?
Yeah, we were there.
Oh, man. Edward just got tagged. Slipped in an uppercut. Nice sprawl, though. I don't know if I'm watching on a lag anymore. Does it seem like I'm watching on a lag? Edward's doing a lot better. He's doing better as the fight goes on, but I think at this point it's too little too late.
I think Chris is going to join us.
Oh, nice. Just in time, Chris.
His interview with Paddy Pimblett has not materialized. So,
oh, no.
Yeah. You can press yourself, Chris. I gave you the logins. Put yourself in.
I figured how to do it. The people in the stream, they were asking for John Hyunko. They never quite got it. They got me. But hey, anyway, at least I'm adding a little bit of color to the presentation. Why not?
God, budget John in the house.
Diet John.
Diet John.
Well, I wouldn't quite say that, but more full fat. But hey, I'll take whatever comments I can get.
Well, what happened with Paddy Pimblett?
I am still waiting, but he's been on a big run through the English countryside.
Oh, okay.
And he's realized
that old excuse. Yeah.
Yeah, in the car, it's not a very good place to do the interview with the bad internet, but it's been an absolute barn-burner night, guys. Battleground was absolutely amazing. The opening fight was awesome. And this has actually been a bit of a barn-burner, right? The only one that was a little bit boring was Alex Silva, but that was just because he was so dominant, right?
Yeah, well said. Yeah. It's been a fun night. My favorite part certainly was that knockout in the second fight. The Eko Roni. That was a good one. And this has been a fun fight too.
Yeah,
Edward is sort of putting it all together here at the end, but as I said, I think it's too little, too late. He just hasn't done enough in this fight.
He's gonna get asked again, isn't he? Are you thinking of retiring?
I think he's gonna get asked every time he fights until he wins.
Should he? Maybe we'll talk about it after the fight.
I can imagine him being asked.
You know what? I don't think so, because it's not like he's been getting brutally knocked out by anybody. His last losses have been the submission to Shinya, and then some submissions. Like, he hasn't been knocked out since the fight with Martin, and that was in 2017. So it's not like he's taking just an absurd amount of abuse or anything, but I don't know who they match him up with at this point.
Yeah, I think as well, the one thing is
big takedown.
With a lot of athletes right now in all the organizations, I feel like a lot of athletes are kind of putting off the retirement. I mean, look, Eduard is such a huge star in the Philippines. He could wait 6 months, man, and, be a co-main on a huge event in the Philippines, have his huge home crowd. And, that's the way you want to go out, right? You want to go out on a big card in front of your own fans if you can. And he's done so much and won championship the way they treat their athletes. I think they'd afford it to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he definitely got no plans for retiring anytime soon. He wants to fight a few more years. If he keeps losing, though, whether it keep getting fights.
Yeah. What is that now for Eduard?
This is probably lost, but that was a competitive fight.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
He's competitive, but he's losing them. And I think I'm going to bring up his record here.
They've been tough opposition.
Yeah.
He's really become the gatekeeper of this lightweight division. He's perfect for the Peter Booths of the world, Antonio Caruso's.
If he loses tonight, that is 4 losses in his last. Sorry, 6 losses in his last 7.
Yeah, and that is the thing about gatekeepers is, you're not going to keep your job as a gatekeeper if you just let everybody through. He's he's not winning. That's the problem. He needs to start winning some of these fights, deflecting some of these younger guys, defending the gate,
Well, I agree with that. But then it's also a perfect opponent because he's losing to the Antonio Caruso of the world. He's a perfect opponent. They're going to be confident they can beat him. And it's a big name. It's a legend of the sport. And it's a nice stepping stone for them, even if he is on a losing streak.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously it's going to get less meaningful if he does keep losing for the next year or 2.
Mm-hmm.
But he's come at this is probably the freshest he's looked at in the fight.
There it is.
Yeah, he doesn't look beaten up like he has done in a few of his losses.
Yeah. So what's
Well,
next for these guys? What do you guys
Eduard,
think?
Yeah.
well, I don't know where to go with
this
Eduard. Really, I
division's
don't.
so stacked. There's so many matchups for both of them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
say give Zhang Lipeng a top 5 guy. Give him Nasty Yukin.
I don't think he
Or-
deserves a top 5 guy yet because there's guys already outside the top 5. You've got Peter Boosh, you've got Antonio Caruso,
That's
you've
true.
got Eddie Alvarez. You've got this division so stacked. You could have a top 10.
Actually,
Like,
yeah,
it's
Eddie would be
easy.
an interesting fight for him, but he'd be a lot bigger than Eddie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would be a
There's
fun
a lot
fight.
of perfect matchups for him, I think, just outside the top 5.
Eddie's one of the only guys really that can match him in terms of experience. You know, Eddie and Shinya, I mean, he's had a million fights, this guy. So,
I think he beats Eddie.
yeah, I think so too at this point for sure. He'd just be so much bigger too. But I don't know what Eddie does from here. I don't really see Eddie taking fights with, you know, up and coming guys
I
that
thought
we
the
aren't
last
super familiar
one,
with.
Eddie kind of really dominated him the whole fight, and then got him with the rear naked choke, though, right?
Which fight is
Against
it?
Folayang. Oh, are we talking against Folayang or are we talking against Zhang?
I was
We'll
talking
come
about
Eddie Alvarez.
Eddie
Oh.
Alvarez against Zhang, yeah.
Oh, okay, against Zhang. Yeah. Yeah, I think that'd be a great fight, actually.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, so
And
many
I
fun
think Eddie
fights to
might
be made.
take it as well because he took that last fight against
Akrayan.
who
Yeah.
wasn't a big name at all,
Mm-hmm.
even though he just beat Marek Gavrov a few weeks before that, but he still took it.
They could do Eddie against Gafarov too, you know, being that they're both
Yeah.
kind of
That's another fun matchup. Yeah,
they've been
You've
around the
also-
block, both riding
you've also
losses.
got Lower Tynanus as well,
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
although he lost to Marek Gavrov, he's still a big name with a good
Wasn't he
record
supposed to have
behind him.
I thought he was supposed to fight again. Didn't
Oh, yeah,
have
he was
another-
supposed to fight, and he got called off. I think COVID.
Right. Who was he supposed to fight? I can't remember.
I always think for Eddie, like Amir Khan, Ev Ting,
Amir Khan,
Ariel-
everything good.
Ariel
Yeah,
Sexton would be
Ariel
F-
Sexton.
F-Ting.
Ariel Sexton.
Yeah, where is
yeah.
Ariel Sexton? That
Yeah.
guy has
I
been
mean-
out of action since that Grand Prix fight with Amir Khan, I think. Eh?
He had a couple
Yeah.
of bad injuries, I think, didn't he?
Yeah, he
But
broke his arm. or
you
something.
could easily have a top 15 in this lightweight division.
Mhm.
And that would be so handy because, like you say, Ev Ting, Amir Khan, they're names that you might forget because they haven't fought for a while. But they're big names. Like, you know, Ev Ting's a big name, good record. Amir Khan holds the record, or he did hold the record for most knockouts in one.
Mhm.
He's fought for the
Yeah.
title. So,
All right,
yeah,
guys,
there's so many matchups in this division.
I got to take off here, but yeah, and now that Chris is here to kind of keep control of things,
An absolute
All right,
pleasure.
see you, Tom.
to chaperone Leon and Nick.
They need
these
someone
guys
to
out of trouble.
chaperone
They
them,
need
eh?
Exactly. Yeah. Keep them out of
Definitely.
trouble.
Have a
All right,
good
guys,
one.
that was fun.
Pleasure, Tom.
See ya,
Yeah.
mate.
Talk to you later.
Thank
Cheers,
you.
Tom. I'm always better behaved when Tom's about. I've noticed that. Are you listening to Edward?
Huh?
I'll take that as a yes, don't worry. You can relay what he says in a minute.
Just listening to Eduard. Okay, Eduard didn't
Oh, yeah.
retire. Still
What's
gonna.
that?
I was just listening. He didn't retire.
Oh, he didn't. I thought he said he retired.
No, he sounded like he was getting emotional, but yeah, he said my dreams are bigger than these failures. So he'll be back. I don't know really what Eduard can achieve. I love the guy, but realistically, Leon, he's not gonna trouble the top 5, is he? He's not gonna ever get close to the belt. Is he just forever the gatekeeper? But how long can you be a gatekeeper if you keep losing? Yeah, like I said, 6 of his last 7 he's lost now.
Realistically,
Yeah.
he's not going to come back and win the title like it's still his dream to win it a third time. But this is MMA and anything's possible, even though it's a tiny, tiny chance. But he has the right mindset. He has a growth mindset. And he still has that dream, that goal. So if anyone's going to keep chipping at that unrealistic dream, it's Eduard Folayang. And to be fair, he hasn't taken any easy fights. Like I said, he's lost 6 of his last 7. At any point there, he could have taken an easier fight. Not that there's many easy fights in this division, it's so stacked, but a slightly easier fight to try and get a win and get a bit of confidence and get a bit of momentum. He hasn't though, and even though this guy, Zhang, was making his one championship debut, like we were saying, he's a UFC veteran. He's fought so many times since then, has so many wins. So it was a tough fight.
Very tough fight. Didn't go Eduard's way. What about your fight of the night, Leon? It's just me and you and I. So let's do it.
I think fight of the night probably Testicle Gate, if we can call it that.
Yeah.
Milan Galani, the little Black Panther versus the little Viking. That for drama, that was probably the fight of the night. Performance of the night, I think you've got to say Eko Roni. Looked good again. Amazing knockout, quick knockout. Rahul, again, he was losing, he was gassing a bit, got the finish. That was a good comeback. That was a pretty good performance.
I can't argue with you. I don't think I would change my... I wouldn't have any other selections, so I don't have a debate. I can't argue with Leon. Shall we call it there? We've yeah. Well, I'll be back tomorrow around about 12 hours or so, maybe a little bit longer, 14 hours. I'm planning on doing some kind of recap of Bellator and PFL for anyone who is interested out there. And one championship wise, I guess we'll be back with the Fight Companion in 2 weeks, is it, Leon?
2 weeks, yeah.
And then we got the big one, Empower is live. September 3, we'll be there for all of the action. We'll be bringing you the pre-fight media days and all that stuff. I've got a few interviews lined up as well with some of the competitors for that, so keep an eye out for that over the next week or two. Leon,
can't wait for Empower. How long? And I mean,
it's been in the making a while.
Company's kicking off in September. I mean, even with the crazy situation the world's been in, we never would have imagined it not kicking off until September.
No.
Crazy days.
I thought it would be February, Yeah. I hope they can get it done. No COVID issues, no fights dropping out. Anyway. Give us some plugs, Leon, for where people can find you and what you've got coming up on Asian Persuasion MMA.
Not a lot, really. Nothing planned.
Sell it better than that. Come on.
Well, I'm having little.
Give us a big. That sounds like I farted. It's just a chair. Sorry.
Well, you can ask Facebook where my Facebook page is and my 150,000 followers.
Gone. Yeah.
Gone.
So, have you started a new one?
I did, and that got removed after a week. So,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not best pleased with Facebook at the moment.
Well, they can follow you on Twitter, Instagram.
Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all the other typical locations.
Go follow Leon on the other platforms, not Facebook. Hopefully, you can resume his Facebook page ASAP. Otherwise, yeah, it's been emotional. Thank you to Tom. Thank you to Chris. Thank you, Leon. Good to see your new place there as well.
Yeah,
and thanks everyone in the comments, leaving questions and things. Hope you enjoyed it. Final remarks. I throw it to you, Leon.
Fun fun card again. Looking forward to another fun one in 2 weeks. Back to 6 fights on the card. And
6 is good.
Yeah, fun card. Can't wait for the main event. If you like Muay Thai, then you're in for a treat in the main event.
Tawanchai is the man. Oh, here comes Chris.
All right, lads.
We were just wrapping up. What are
Oh,
you doing?
well,
No, it's fine. Well, Chris is back.
just thought I'd add one last comment. I guess for me, the fight of the night was probably the opening fight, I guess. But
Where did you go?
Paddy literally came through and was like, I'm dead busy. Can we push it through to tomorrow?
Oh, okay. That's nice of him to check with you.
That's
It's
no
very,
problem.
very rare you interview a fighter as originally planned on time.
Okay. Well, that's good to know because I felt like an absolute fool then.
Get used to that.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, it was a dead good night of fights, wasn't it? Actually, and all in all, pretty entertaining. Maybe the pacing with the Battleground wasn't too good, but I had a great time. I really enjoyed the card.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
Fun one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Again, 5 fights flies by. I mean, there was a little stop-start because of low blows like last week. Slowed things down a bit. Apart from that, yeah.
Can I also say, because before the broadcast, they said that they're going to stop doing the pre-recorded shows. Do either of you guys know if they're going to kind of keep this show to 5-6 fight format going forward for the long term, or are they ever going to return to the...
Yeah, good question. I think Empower is definitely 6 fights, isn't it? So,
yeah.
But, yeah.
Empower looks amazing, man. That card has really come together quite nicely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, feels bad. Yeah, Empower, September 3rd. I don't have much else to say. There's not many other talking points, I think.
No, Empower's only 3 weeks away. Finally.
Yeah, I just hope one can get up and running again. It feels like they were building momentum and things have slowed down again recently. So hopefully they can get some back-to-back live shows. Really would be good to have 2 live shows a month, I think.
Yeah.
Keep people talking about them. I've enjoyed the pre-recorded era slightly. It's been fun, doing these shows for it. But yeah, let's get live. Did someone make a song called that? Let me look. I'm just talking.
I would
Let's
like
get loud, Jennifer Lopez. Yeah. Anyway, time to retire. Edward says Basti. I don't know. I think the man just wants to fight, right?
Yeah. I think
it's competitive tonight.
I think it's not time to retire, but I think maybe the days of fighting contenders like Peter Boyce, like Eddie Alvarez, and that kind of level of fight, I think it's maybe the time to, because he's kind of been a gatekeeper to the top 5 lately, and maybe he has to be a gatekeeper to a level below.
That's what I'm saying earlier. He's been a gatekeeper. Yeah, he needs to fight. He's been fighting the best up-and-comers.
Everyone he fights goes into the top 5, right? So he's fighting not even just up-and-comers, guys who are established and are going on a bit of a title run. And when they beat him, he adds validity to their records. But I'm just not sure how much more validity you can add to your record now when, the last 3 years for him haven't really gone well at all.
No, it's a big name, and you can say, I can also I beat Eduard Folayang, but yeah, when you've just beaten him and it's his 5th loss in a row, it's not quite as meaningful.
Did you see that, guys, that they teased this 1X show, the 10th anniversary show? Apparently,
so they are still doing the 10th anniversary.
It flashed up at the end of the broadcast, or maybe earlier. I can't remember, but people talking about it on Twitter here. So I presume that's the other live show during September. You know what? Let me look at their website, even though it's complete folly to go off their website. Battleground 3, 27th of August. Empower, 3rd of September. Revolution is scheduled for 24th of September. No mention of X or anniversary. That has disappeared from the website. Anyone in the chat, fill us in. What was that about? The X thing?
The
Off
10th
topic.
anniversary was originally going to be the 3rd of September, wasn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what their plans are with that. Originally, it was scheduled on the website. You cannot see it though. They move this stuff around on the website a
It's a
lot.
shame to have an anniversary without any fans as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Yeah,
Oh,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Peekaboo. I've had a bit of a busy day and I hadn't had a chance to get the afro comb going through it, but when I get the comb through, it actually goes into a really nice big high top a la Will Smith and Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
You just had a trim, haven't you?
Yeah,
Kid and Play. Remember
Looking
Kid and
good.
feel
Play?
good for it.
Remember
Leon,
Kid and Play?
Yeah,
The
Kid
Kid
and
and
Play. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, gotta like a little bit of it. You know, I'm trying to bring the 80s back. But yeah, when it comes to Folayang, don't just realize how that lightweight division is so deep, because I was looking at all the people who took part in the last Grand Prix, and it's like some of the names, it's like, where are they now? They're nowhere near the title picture. So just shows you how fast this sport changes and how much good talent one championship are bringing in.
Well, especially in the lightweight division. It could
Especially the
it could easily be
lightweight
a top
division.
15.
And how tantalizing I thought when I was watching it, when they were doing the heavyweight advertisement, I thought they were going to announce a Grand Prix, because
I said that as well.
Yeah.
I said, is this are they going to announce a Grand Prix?
I really feel that's kind of, obviously we've got this women's Grand Prix, but I feel if there's one division that needs a Grand Prix, it is kind of that heavyweight division, because I know Buller's got the strap and he beat Vera, but there's just so many matchups we haven't seen, and I feel like some sort of Grand Prix tournament will get us to see those matchups.
I found a
definitely.
tweet. One has tweeted about 1X. All it says, I don't want to play it in case I get a copyright strike. You know, always happens. It just says the home of martial arts turns 10 this year at 1X. Stay tuned for news on this historic event. Hashtag 1X. And there's a little video. So no date. They're just
I bet
saying turns 10 this
Ongla
year.
fights Akami on that card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dan Hardy, John Wayne Park, would that be too soon? Because they're going to
Well,
obviously want to make it stacked. That would be more. I'd be very, very surprised if that's only 6 fights. If they're doing a 10th anniversary.
they're just going to have to rename one of these other shows, I think, because they've got
Oh,
2
wait.
every month.
Do you think Dan, would he be, do you think he'd be
Lightweight.
okay to make weight?
He'd be lightweight now. He said before he'd be lightweight, and obviously one championship are different, but
Yeah.
he'd probably be lightweight, which is 170, but without a weight cut. Or it might actually even be featherweight.
Yeah.
Which is
Because John
obviously
Wayne Park, he missed weight by quite a bit, right? Well, he would have missed weight by quite a bit because he failed the hydration test by quite badly, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it's the other way around. He passed hydration, but to do that, he was miles overweight.
Oh, okay.
And he said he thought he was going to be clever and try and play the game, messed up completely.
Yeah.
And he was miles over. Yeah.
It's not the smartest way to do it, but I think the Dan Hardy thing, I think they're not even going to announce a fight, right? I think he's quite a big name. I feel like one championship will announce signing him, right? To start with.
Well, I'd like to see Dan join the broadcast team more than I'd like to see him fight in one.
Well, I think that we'll see that as well. When he's already doing videos for one.
I don't see him moving to Singapore, which I think is a prerequisite to be on the team there.
I don't think it is necessarily. I mean, he could just do what he's doing now, his analytic video. He could do previews and
from what
would you fly around Asia every week?
He doesn't even need to go to the cut. He could do what he does.
But
analyze fights before and after cards.
If you have him on the desk, you know, like commentating and interviewing, which I think he is best at, he's got to move to Asia, I think.
You say that. Olivier Costas moved back to France now. He flies out for each individual card.
But then you have one card a month, right?
Yeah. Dom Lau lives in Hong Kong, and I mean, he flies in all the time. I know when Jimmy Smith got offered a job by One Championship, they just said to him he had to live, he could live in Australia, he could live in Southeast Asia, but they wanted him in the region. I don't know how that would fit with Dan Hardy's lifestyle, but
I don't know.
it's always a
He
possibility.
he said afterwards that the reason he didn't take the job is because he wasn't allowed to take his dogs with him to Singapore.
Yeah. No, it was not just his dogs into Singapore, but he has pit bulls, and they're banned in Hong Kong, they're banned in Thailand, Malaysia, Australia. You can't import them, and he
My
didn't
mum's
want
got
to
a
give
pit
his
bull,
dogs. Yeah.
and it's the softest dog in the world.
Well, you know what they say. There's no such thing as a bad dog. There's only a bad dog owner.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, if you're going to turn a dog evil, if you turn a pit bull evil, that is a scary prospect because
100.
they are built like Alain Galani.
Yeah.
Literally.
I feel like
They are so strong, muscly, dense, skulls like.
I feel like
cement.
an evil Chihuahua. You know, it's never going to do too much damage, is it?
No. Yeah, but a normal pit bull raised up normally is as soft. They're literally so soft by their nature.
That's it. What fights are you guys looking forward to next week?
Main event mainly.
Yeah.
Tawanchai, my man.
Yeah.
I don't know the rest of the card. Should we bring it up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's Dan Wrong. Saw Amni Shujok, who we were talking about earlier. B. Nguyen, Til Tang.
Oh, B, yeah. Okay, here we go.
Oh, and she's fighting as well. Same from Team Nakai.
Jenny
Jenny Olsen.
Olsen, yeah. All right, Mitch
Jenny
Chilson's tweet. Sorry, Leon, I should have shared yours.
That's right.
Couldn't find it. City Chai against Tawanchai, Dej Damrong against Banma Duoji, Dai Huan Kim against Shiwei, Binwen against Jenilin Olsim, Teal Tang against Son Min Jong, and Porev Otgon Jogal against Ben Royal. That is your 6-fight card. What do we like? Binwen, I'm looking forward to that. I get the feeling B1 because did you see her Instagram post?
Oh, I posted in the group, didn't I? Yeah, I mean, she literally she might as well have just said she won the fight.
Yeah, she walked out of there without a scratch on her face.
Really.
She said, I can't tell you the result. Okay.
Literally,
she must be pushing close to the NDA. Like, she nearly gave the last one away, I feel, as well. Or is that me? But
yeah, but this one especially. Like, obviously, she was very excited, and she couldn't. And obviously, like I was saying earlier, I feel bad for the fighters because you can win a fight. It could be the performance of your life, and you can't say a word to anyone for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, sometimes 4 weeks. So that's tough, but that's just the way it's been. You posting a post immediately afterwards, you might as well just give away the result like that.
Yeah, you want to shout from the rooftops, don't you, Chris? When you get a big 100%. Win, especially that would be a back-to-back win streak there. And
the one I'm really excited for is Teal Tang, man. I always think he's such an interesting character, man. Such a nice guy. I think if anyone follows him on social media, Instagram, Twitter, he's just such a fun, happy-go-lucky, carefree kind of guy. Just seems to always really enjoy himself, and you know what? He's getting better and better, and seems to be putting stuff together better and better, particularly with all the work he's been doing with Ong. So I think that's a pretty interesting fight, actually.
Yeah, it's a fun card.
It's a fun card,
and I think the co-main, man. If I'm going to point one out, I think that'll be fight of the night.
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it.
Doji is a bit of a bad man. He was WLF champion, I know that, and he fought for the belt in Kunlun over in China. He's 13-1. He's pretty impressive specimen of a man, actually.
Yeah, I see him winning that one.
But I don't know so much about that Zhang Wrong.
Former champion.
The Lonnie story.
Yeah.
Muay Thai background. He's lost a few fights by knockout in the last few years.
I might have to call it here, boys.
Yeah, man, it's a good time to call it.
I gotta write something quickly. and then maybe dip outside for a beverage after that. Who knows? Thank you, Chris, for joining us late on. Thank you, Leon, again.
Absolutely no problem.
Thanks everyone in the chat. Chris, the final word goes to you. The floor is yours.
Great fighter nights, absolutely entertaining. Go back if you live somewhere where One Championship is on YouTube. Watch the fights again. Enjoy Battleground. Legitimately, it was Bellator-esque. Absolutely loved it. But while you're here, guys, if you like what we're doing, if you like the content we're putting out, I mean, Nick's got some interviews coming out. John's always got them coming out. I've got a special little bit of Scouse on Scouse love coming out soon. So don't forget to like and subscribe and press the bell icon so you get all of our updates.
Let's quick and quick point quickly. That's one of the best things about One. Their fights are on YouTube in almost every country live. And then even then, within a couple of days, all their fights are on YouTube for everyone. So there's no excuse. You can just
very
binge
accessible
on one fight.
Yeah, I'm thinking of going back to the beginning because of all this 10th anniversary talk and just watching some of the early shows I missed. Because I only cottoned on in like 2016. I was really late to the game. 2017.
Yeah,
I
they
missed
only
really
really started getting big over here like 16 and 17 when they were doing the Macau shows, right? That was when I really first heard of it.
The first I heard was Panther, I think, and his 10-second knockout or whatever it was, and then Angela Lee, obviously. I just caught wind of it through work at SCMP, so strength to strength. If you compare it now, what it was when I was first seeing it in 2017, it's already come on leaps and bounds. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, Eduard Folayang was on that first card. You've got to remember. I think he was the main event.
He was, yeah.
When you do look back to some of the early days, and you look some of the fights they had, like Roger Gracie and Bob Sapp, and when you look where it is now, and the level's gone up so much more. The credibility, the legitimacy of the organization has gone up more, and just the talent, and even what the talent they're now able to bring through the Warrior series and the Heroes series is just becoming phenomenal. And then also how they're getting these athletes from different sports, in effect, like a Ritu, like a Stamp, and they're kind of bringing it all together themselves. And you've got to pat them on the back for doing that. They're really good at building up stars.
Absolutely. Couldn't agree more, Chris. Let's wrap it here. Got to do some work now. Sorry. Got to write up Hong Kong.
2 weeks, everyone.
Alan Nalani's glorious no contest for the South China Morning Post.
It was technically a win.
It's a win in my book. Yeah.
He was
got
winning.
robbed. Anyway. Let's leave it there. All right, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow. Come back for PFL and Bellator recap in around about 12 hours or so. Otherwise, see you next time. One Championship, Battleground 3 in 2 weeks. See you later.